What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck is fucking? How did you go fucking fuck? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over. Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's brain. There's bones. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get versticken. Join me.
Oh, we're all blown to bits. Mind if I pull the underwear out of my crack?
She's gone from sun to blow.
Like having sex. It's a painstaking, arduous task that seems to go on and on forever, and just when you think things are going your way, nothing happens.
Trying to relax your anus.
I did not have a missing monkey on my bingo card this morning.
The pain is for me. The pain is for you.
Brother, you got a beautiful cock.
You got a beautiful cock, baby.
Some bullshit that happened somewhere today.
Welcome. We've got a show, and oh boy, is it going to be fun. I am excited. I am revitalized. I have not had any more sleep, but I've kind of got that second wind kicking in, and we're going to do this thing. God damn it, yes. Sorry, I'm trying to lay off the buttons. I'm trying to lay off the buttons, but I needed to give myself that applause because I'm very excited for how much energy I have right now. I didn't do any sort of like caffeinated beverage. I can't even say caffeinated right now. I didn't do any caffeinated beverages. I didn't do any illicit substances or legal substances or any substances. I ate some food. I went outside and did some shopping. I came back. I prepped a show. I'm ready to do a show. I feel good. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a good one today. And we are fully funded, so we don't need to worry about will we make it till 5:30. That part's already baked into the cake. And we had a little bit of a leftover come in from Friday in the amount of $5. Kicking our December 12th, is it December 12th? Which one is it on here? December 13th. My bad. Kicking our December 13th goal down to $20. So that's where that's at. That's beautiful. We're very happy. Did you eat bread and queso today? No, that's more of an Aaron thing. I had a couple of egg bites and then a little bit of water. A fair amount of shopping that I had to do, just pills and medications and things. And then I came back home, and that's about it. But, yes, no bread. Well, was there bread? Nope, there was no bread. There were beef sticks and there were egg bites. There was a lot of protein, but no bread. And definitely no queso. I'm very specific on where my queso goes. My knee grows. I'm going to have to read that slowly for a while before I up. My knee grows, saying hi, Johnny. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Love having new people. This is going to be fun. We're going, like I said, till 5:30. And I made that idea about Friday, and I don't think anyone's going to do it, especially since I got to talk with Aaron about, because, again, with the whole splitting. I got to clean up my cables down here. My feet are getting stuck in them when I'm trying to put my feet up so I can be comfortable. But yes, if Aaron has hats Aaron has hats. Aaron has hats. I'm sure he does. Does he have hats? Not like steel toe hats. He better not. I don't have a steel toe hat. I have a collection of hats. I love fucking hats. I've got a shit ton of hats. I hang out with Jonah, who will be on this Friday. Lemmy's store. Oh, Lemmy's store. Well, then I'm going to go to Lemmy's store and buy a steel toe hat. You know, I'll throw her a little bit of money for that. Alrighty. So Rusty Grammer jumping in on the Rumble chat saying, howdy. Glad to have you all here. Thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, whichever of the three. Update from last week, if you didn't know. After my little freak out and whatever episode you want to call it last week, we've decided if we do have another issue with the streaming from now on, we're going to attempt to reboot it. If two of the three are down or in any way messed up, we'll just reboot it super duper quick. And other than that, we'll just endure. So, yep. And everybody's filtering in. Holy crap, it's only 6 minutes and this is starting off fast. We're going to run out of filter in time and have to get straight up into the shows. Noise, says Rusty Grammer. Chandler will come through. I don't know, and I'm not. Look, here's the thing. Chandler, Aaron has a hat for you. Good. Aaron better have a hat for me, but I'll totally pay Lemmy for fucking doing the legwork. But as far as Chandler's come through for me on this show. I don't expect anyone, and let me say that again, I don't expect anyone to come through for Friday's show. Friday's show, or at least, let it slide out. Friday's show is going to go from 6 to 10:30 automatically. We're going to do the overtime part automatically. There's going to be a set goal, and I'm going to talk with Aaron on what's reasonable with him for that on Wednesday, or maybe tomorrow. But there's going to be a set goal for going beyond 10:30, and then there's going to be an hourly earnings rate. And if we hit a certain amount, we keep doing extra time. If that certain amount fills the void between the 10:30 sign-off and the 2 p.m. start of my show, as you guys all know, my show is fully funded, as we said, up to December 13th. So what we'll do is, if we keep it fully funded for that whole thing, we're just going to run the whole thing straight through. And then we'll take a portion of what we get for that and put it into our show's goal, bank out a day or two, depending on what everything's set up as. Just making my rounds across all the platforms. Hit the like button, the thumbs up. Yes, hit the thumbs up, please. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
That part's
28 months of John Diss.
Okay. I am very, very grateful for the 28 months. Thank you for help keeping this show floating. And this one's going to get interesting on Friday. I don't know how much they'll be able to take of it, but we'll find out. I'll tank Aaron's show with a cowbell. It'll be hilarious. Everybody, thank you very much. 28 months for Lab Glass Projects. Roll on cowbell. Thank you so much for supporting the show. It really helps keep it going. Hopefully, it will pump up your own numbers, too. That would be nice. I'll tell you this. I've had enough nerve-wracking sessions about how do I do Aaron's show, because I'm not going to be, oh, man, I'm so awesome. I could just do Aaron's show. No. I'm not retarded, okay? I do a smaller show for a smaller audience, and I'm going to be expected to hold that whole thing down for 4.5 hours. So it's going to be interesting, and I'm bringing somebody that the audience has never seen before. Very, like I said, nerve-wracking. But Aaron's only goal is that we start on time. I can meet that. So it's going to be a great time, and we're going to have fun doing it. And like I said, Jonah's going to be there unless he bails out on me, in which case I will hunt him down. Who are you bringing? I'm bringing Jonah on Friday for sure. He said he would be interested in doing that. I've got a couple other comedians I might talk to, but it's kind of last minute to bring one of them in. And you need one. You need no one. No, I don't need anyone. I'm ready to roll it by myself, but I think it'll be more fun to have someone to go off of. Like I said, I threw an invitation out to Corey, have yet to hear back, and I believe I sent one to Oz. If not, Oz will be getting one today, and we'll see if Corey or Oz wish to join the program. And, like I said, we'll do what we do. I'll second mic for you, John. Well, Monday, that might be an option. We'll consider it. It might be an option. I sent them to Aaron's P.O. box. Says, my knee grows. Oh, well, then I'm sure it's a matter of time. Did I bite my cheek? What's up with that? Maybe I did. Alrighty. So there we go. Our first hour stories are all loaded. Feels like people have kind of filtered in, and it's, again, only, so let's just, I don't know, kind of kick this thing into gear and get going while my eyebrow gets continually itchy. This thing, literally, how long is this going to suck, man? I fucking bang my head up one time. I look like crap there. Get a nice ding, nice dent right above the eyebrow, and then just itches like crazy. All right, so we've got everything set. We're ready to go. Let's kick this off. Our first story that we're going to talk about, if you read the descriptions, I give a fair amount of teasers about the first hour, because that's the one I'm like, this is the one we're going to hit first. This is the one we're going to get into. So if you show up late, you're going to miss that part for sure. But also, depending on how long that bit goes, sometimes we just don't even get to the second hour stuff until the end of the show. So I'm like, all right, let's save that for the end. In this case, if you read that, you would know what this first. Hey, everybody. Let's get. I gotta shorten this up for where is it? I gotta shorten this one up for Twitch on Friday. Here we go.
That's one fucking nice kitty right there.
And that's a sock on. I was wearing socks earlier. I don't mean to brag. Just don't get too caught up in the chat between 6 to 10. That won't be a problem. I'll be more than nervous enough. Here, we'll turn this off just because, again, that music goes too long. I really got to cut that down. Less is more. But we'll open up the kitty cam since we have the kitty. But yes, getting caught in the chat won't be a problem because, again, it won't be on the screen. We won't have the chat up on the screen in the show, and Johnny rubbing his pussy again. Right? Well, you know, I got to do what I can. It's a good pussy. Oh. Okay, so yes, let's get into this first story. Democracy is at stake if Trump is reelected. Now, this is according to Liz Cheney, and I don't know if many of you know this, but her dad, Dick Cheney, actual Sith Lord, Dick Cheney. Come on, the guy shot somebody in the face, pulled the no-bid contracts. You're telling me that's not war profiteering? But right, Trump's the big evil. So she's got a book out, and she's publishing her book, trying to promote it, and she really, really wants the world to know that democracy is at stake here with Trump. So,
former Representative Liz Cheney.
Oh, wow. It's a lady interviewing a lady. Because, again, that makes it more official. We wouldn't want a guy in there. He might, I don't know, be all manly and stuff with his guy thoughts. We need a lady like, so what's it like being a mammary in the White House? Well, she's not actually in the White House, just in the government. Yeah, stroke it, big boy. Yeah, she's a good kitty. Tag's a good kitty. She's a good kitty. Oh, and unlike today, on Friday and Monday, we won't have to hide the cat. When the cat jumps in our lap, we can be like, hey, everybody, look, it's the kitty. Tagra can be learn the difference between progress and just moving. Okay. What do you mean? Who are you saying learn the difference between progress and just moving? Shunt me even harder, democracy. Yes, like I said, Liz Cheney. Where are we going? Boop, 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 boop. Web story. So, as I was saying, the whole thing with Liz Cheney getting interviewed on this is just like, I'm sorry, ma'am. It wasn't that long ago. You know, I remember your dad and all the evil stuff he did, and you are kind of the actual, and we'll drop the chat for just a second, you're kind of the actual embodiment of an oligarchy. I mean, your father used the government to enrich you and him, and now you've kind of weaseled your way in through all of that, and it just seems weird. Johnny, the American war flag is never supposed to touch the ground. Now it has to be burned. The American war flag? Oh, you mean the American flag sitting on the ground over here? Are you talking about, let's pop back over here. You talking about that American flag? Do you know how heavy that thing is? Do you know how hard it is? It is a war flag. Yes. Well, I'm sorry. the idea, it's never supposed to touch the ground. That's a bit dumb. And it's touching the ground because, again, it's really hard for my crippled ass to mount it to a wall. And if it were mounted to a wall, we'd do that without the green screen, but whatever. And then we'd have to bring the egg back in. It's a whole big thing. But look, if it's going to bother you, here, we'll do this. Where's the kitty cam? We'll drop the kitty cam. There. No harm, no foul. Moving on. All right, so we haven't even started this yet. Jesus. All right, here we go. Bing, bang, boom.
Former Representative Liz Cheney calls her new book Oath and Honor. It's both a memoir.
No, you don't call your new book Oath and Honor. They're the two things that your dad and probably you don't have. You don't have any honor, and you certainly don't uphold any oaths, unless it's to fucking over the American people. Flip it upside down, nation in distress. I don't have an intention of flipping it upside down. I have an intention of mounting it on the wall when I can, again, get the strength to do so. It's heavy as hell, and it turns out I got to find like 2 studs, because using just one, this bitch might not anchor to just one stud. Johnny, to make a point, just go piss on it. That will shut him up. No, because I'll be honest about this. Regardless of his feelings, I really fucking like that flag. I like the flag. I like the lights that I have on the back of it. I'm excited to have it mounted up in the background and to redo the egg chair over the next month here and maybe bring back Humpty and the flag and not do a green screen. Because I like the green screen too, but like I said, I like the option. We could definitely do both that way. Like, if we're going to have Humpty, we don't need the green screen. That makes using Humpty easier. And if we don't use Humpty, we pop it in the green screen, one or the other. The flag can be there either way. Anyway, oath and honor is an oxymoron, right? Because if you have honor, you're going to uphold your oath. Like if Trump is elected, maybe we can fly the peacetime flag for the first time. Probably not, because I think even if Trump is elected, we're currently in 2 wars that even he can't just get us out of. But like I said, I don't know. I think we're getting a little too caught up on the flag, but that's me. Wow, did I pause this on a sour face? Jesus Christ, lady. Do you eat lemons professionally? Stone cold, a dead bitch. Damn. All right, let's get going. Again, thank you for being part of the show here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Moving along till 5:30, so we've got 3 hours and 15 minutes to go. Let's see where this goes.
Memoir and a warning. And its pages are an accounting of what happened inside her party and in Congress in the weeks before and after the January 6th attack.
Oh, January 6th. I really thought you were going to give us an inside depth look of what happened before, during, and after 9/11. You know, when your dad fleeced the American country in something called no-bid contracts, removed jobs from the military that the military actually paid actual people in the military to do, and then hired civilians and outside contractors to perform those jobs for an exorbitant markup, you know, like running a Subway or a McDonald's. But I mean, at least Halliburton got a whole fuck ton. Oh, you fucking whore.
Attack on the Capitol by supporters of former President Donald Trump.
But it was also led by the FBI. We're not going to hold her to the account for that part. Of course, NPR would hate her so hard if it weren't for the fact that she came out to stick it in Donald Trump. So like, yeah, and when it was an attack on the Capitol by supporters of Trump, yes, led by agents of the government on behalf of the Democratic Party and again, people like Liz Cheney. I got to stop interrupting this bitch.
She paints a harsh picture of many of her former colleagues who refused to stand up to former President Trump when he tried to
like her
overturn
dad
the
who shot
2020
people in the
election.
face.
She calls them collaborators and enablers. And her warning in this book is stark.
The only word for you is collaborator. Tell me what quote that's from. You're a fucking nerd if you do.
Democracy in this country is at stake if Donald Trump is elected again. He, she writes, is the most dangerous man to ever inhabit the Oval Office. And she joins me now.
Do you not remember your dad, who again shot a dude in the face and demanded an apology, fleeced the American people in something that most of us would call war profiteering? You know, the actual Sith Lord, your father, a.k.a. Beelzebub incarnate, Donald Trump is so evil. Even if you were right, and I don't believe you are, even if you were right, have you ever heard, ma'am, that you're not the lady to be giving this message? Unless you came out going, look, Donald Trump is wrong for this country, evil for this country, and he's going to fuck over America. And I would know. That's my family's job. I could buy it then if you own it. But this idea of like, I'm coming out to save democracy because my family has been involved in politics since time immemorial, and we've got our hands in, you know, the industrial war machine, and we kind of keep washing one hand to pay the other. So again, democracy. If you believed in democracy, you would talk about how you shouldn't be in politics. Because, again, that makes it an oligarchy, ma'am. Hi, Johnny. Glad your voice is back. I am glad my voice is back, too, Small Egg Picker. Thank you. I am sad that the baritone bassiness of being sick is gone. I really liked it. Chevy JB saying I'd hit it. Look, I will admit this. Liz Cheney, not the most unattractive woman in the world. Would I hit it? Probably not. Or are you talking about dark-haired here? Dark-haired, I'm definitely going to say no. She looks like she's just unhappy all the time. But then again, she does work for NPR. By the way, huge mics overcompensating much?
Hi, Liz Cheney. Thank you
Wonderful
for being
to
here.
be here. Thank you.
I want to start with why this book and this warning now.
Well, I thought it was
I hate to keep interrupting her, but just for 1 minute, because I know she's going to just sell a stupid bullshit reason. I'd like to just, stick a little bit of reality into this.
The Oval Office, and she joins me now. Hi, Liz Cheney. Thank you for
wonderful
being
to
here.
be here. Thank you.
I want to start with why this book and this warning now.
Well, you see, my family is very, very deeply entrenched with the industrial military complex. And we've been kind of, you know, subtly raping America and its culture for money for time immemorial since pretty much World War II and then on. And as it turns out, Donald Trump doesn't want to play ball. So on behalf of all of my overlords and the people that me and my father continually get bribes, kickbacks, and money from in order to perpetuate these ongoing wars, we really have to get rid of Donald Trump because he's bad for business. All right, so now that I gave you the real version, let's hear the bullshit one. All right, so Liz Cheney, why this warning and why now? And I bet you don't have the balls to say the truth. Go.
Dangerous man to ever inhabit the Oval Office. And
yes, Dick Cheney is the I'm sorry, Donald Trump. Again, it's this is like if Hitler's daughter was running for control of Germany going, look, this guy is evil and he is someone we cannot trust. He has to be stopped. If we give him power and control, he will take over and he will ruin our way of life as we know it. And that only works. That argument only works. And I would know my dad is Dick Cheney. If you add that part in it, I would believe you.
And she joins me now. Hi, Liz Cheney. Thank you for being
Wonderful to
here.
be here. Thank you.
I want to start with why this book and this warning now.
Well,
wait a minute. What? Fanatical Bucks fan, did you know ESPN broadcast a nationally televised anal R word yesterday? When they left FSU out of the playoff. Oh, you don't mean actual? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, you're saying. But isn't that a points thing? I remember someone talking to me about that. Like the best team is out of the playoff, and I don't know. At any rate, yeah, I don't. Woman on left, size 99 shoes much. It only took one term to prove how bad she is hated by actual conservatives. She only won because nobody in Wyoming owns a blue marker. Right. And again, she also only won because, again, if you think politics are completely fair, you're full of shit. And I guarantee you, her father, crooked as a fucking U-turn, who has been secretly managing shit in the government. Like, for everyone talking about, Obama's secretly running the Biden administration. Yeah, I totally believe it. But if you thought George W. Bush was in charge during the Cheney administration, you're fucking high on a kite. But I digress. Cheney was honestly worse than Hitler. I don't know about worse than Hitler. I will say this. Hitler didn't make sure that young, innocent people died on a heart transplant list because he needed one first.
I thought it was particularly important because the threat that we have faced and the threat that I describe that began really in the time period that I cover in the book is ongoing. And
What threat?
we are now in a situation where it looks like there's a very good chance that Donald Trump could be the Republican nominee, for example. And people really, I think, need to understand and recognize the specifics, the details of what he tried to do in terms of overturning the election and seizing power, and the details in this.
Again, he didn't actually try to overturn the election and seize power. He tried to prove that the election was stolen. Was it? I don't know. But he didn't actually overturn the election. He didn't seize power. And we know that this shit was Oh, I got him. I got to stop. Liz Cheney is so hot. You can have her.
Specifics of the elected officials who helped him.
Yeah, like the FBI who set it up. Like the Democrats who set up the district. Again, fuck this cunt.
And as well as I talk in the book, in the epilogue in particular, about what he would do if he were elected again. And we don't have to guess about that because he has been very clear in terms of.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Sup, Johnny.
All right. Lungs aren't quite all better. Sup, Johnny, says Ginger Snap. Good to hear from you, Ginger Snap. It's been a hot minute. Good to see you. Big supporter of the program. Been here for a while. A mod and a man we haven't heard from a while. 28 months subscribed to this little boat of a show. Thank you, Ginger Snap. Cowbell for Ginger. Hey-o. All right. And we've got a clip from Small Egg Picker. Looks like you're petting the emoji. Let's go ahead and look at this quick since we're paused. Boop, boop. Nope, that's not it. We got to get... Dude, there we go. If I can click it, the chat's moving.
There's a very good chance that Donald Trump could be the Republican nominee.
It does look like... It looks like I'm petting him like he's wearing a hat. I'm such a fucking chode.
I believe you, but my Tommy gun don't.
Lungs not quite
There's a
repaired.
very good chance that Donald Trump could be the Republican.
There was a whisker in there I was
nominee,
trying to get out.
And people really, I think, need to understand and recognize.
Yeah, it looks like I'm just petting
the
him.
specifics, the details of.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for that. New stickers again, says Lab Glass. Yeah, we did get some new stickers, apparently. Why is the phone number still up? The phone number shouldn't be up. There we go. But yes, holy crap. And we're one more gifted sub or 100 bits from another person, and we kick off a hype train. Super duper awesome. All of the stuff we make today just keeps kicking our currently December 13th goal down the river, which is at $20 right now. We'll see where that ends up later. Thank you very much. What's the party, says Lab Glass. What's the party at? Oh, the sticker party. Good point. Good point. Thank you for keeping me up on that. The sticker party is 690 bits away, and I need to put my banner back up because I forgot that I take that off when I'm doing Aaron's show out of respect. Where is...
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? Jesus. Where is my thing? God damn it, I can never find it. There it is. Boom. Got it. Bang, bang, boom. All right, back to Liz Cheney telling us about...
Guess what?
What?
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Enchanted02 saying hello. Hello, Enchanted. It's a weird moment in the show, but thank you for joining us. Ginger Snap gifting a sub, reigniting that hype train now, putting it 4 minutes and 30 seconds away from kicking. If someone else throws in 100 bits or a sub, it'll kick off. A little bit of cowbell for Ginger Snap. Hey-o! There we go. All right, so back to this. Cool. Gurmy brother got a sub. That is awesome for Gurmy getting a sub. Again, thank you, Ginger Snap, continuing to support this program. We appreciate it.
What he tried to do in terms of...
Oh, wait, that's the old one. That's
overturning the election and seizing power. And the
Boop. And back to this.
the rule of law. But in terms of what happened on Capitol Hill, what happened in Congress in the aftermath of the 2020 election, I do think it's very important for people to understand how close we came to a far greater constitutional crisis.
No, we didn't. You know why we didn't? Because he didn't have the backing of the military. There was not. So you're telling me that we came so close to Donald Trump just demanding that he was in charge, and what? We'd have to agree with it because his supporters said so? You realize that he needs the support of the military for any coup like this to work. Otherwise, the military will go in and forcibly oust the guy. And if you don't know this, and you know this, Liz, because your dad is deep in bed with the military-industrial complex, he didn't have the support of the military because he didn't want to wage more wars. And again, the people that did it were
and how quickly and easily, in a way that is frankly terrifying, members of Congress who had seemed reasonable and responsible before the 2020 election in many cases, how quickly those individuals
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Here comes a train, a busy little train.
That's an anonymous sub, so for whoever did this, cowbell, hail.
Everyone's aboard on the 809. Here comes a train, and here comes driver's head too. Wahey! Here it comes, here it comes. Here comes the train today. Here comes the train!
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot
Oh,
of
wow, the
songs that
smoke.
feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more
Smoke
cowbell.
really fucks with the green screen there. All right, and then Wilmer Auto Tech. Roll on cowbell for Wilmer for, again, 24 months subscribed. Thank you so much. It's what keeps us going. Cowbell for Wilmer. Hey-o! Thank you so much. Hunting with Dick Cheney can be dangerous. You have to duck sometimes, right? Again, that's the funny part about this. Who said it earlier? Let's get back to the. I don't want to get too long. Santa Ren. Oh, and let's get the chat back up here. Santa Ren saying, right, don't trust Trump, but trust the Dems who clearly lied to the public over taxing and on video. If they are with the Dems, chase them out. Look, I'm not even saying that. I'm saying, again, when you want to talk about someone who is subverting the government and a threat to democracy, there has never been a greater threat to democracy than Dick Cheney. And here is why. Dick Cheney has zero interest in being the president, but he has all the interest in being in control. Case in point, Dick Cheney was the most powerful person during. If you're not aware of this, Dick Cheney had more power than Bush, because Bush was well aware that he was. Look, I'm just a cog here to do what they say. That's a horrible Bush, I know. Dick Cheney literally was like, hey, how about we write some no-bid contracts so my company and a whole bunch of others can really milk the American government. We go to war with a country that had nothing to do with the attack we just suffered. Because, we've wanted to fight them for a while. Me and my military cronies have always hoped we could. And the last time it was proposed, when it wasn't the best idea on my behalf, I said that it would never work. But now that I can make all the money off of it, let's do it. So, yes, fuck Dick Cheney. You're not the woman, even if you weren't lying through your teeth, and you kind of are, you're not the woman to be making this statement. Because, again, your dad is Dick Cheney, literally a human Sith Lord.
To put their own political survival ahead of their duty to the Constitution. And
like your dad did when he did the no-bid contracts, or like you do when you schlep this bullshit. Because, again, you are so fucking see-through. I got to stop. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm a Christian.
It's a scary story, but I think it's one that it's really important. I think people deserve to know what happened from the inside.
Fanatical Bucks fan, what's a Sith Lord? Those are the villains in Star Wars. Those are the villains in Star Wars. Pretty much just giant evil people. And also, ma'am, I had a thought, and I don't even remember what the fuck it was. Litchfield sucks. My purchase bits is just spinning the hamster in the wheel for days. I'm sorry, man. Hey, it'll come through eventually, and we count everything, even if it shows up off air. It all comes in. It all gets counted, and I got to figure out how we're working that with Friday. I really need to spend some time thinking about that, but I'm not going to get too caught up in that. Let's get back to this. Again, I love that you're selling a book. Again, we have to warn America of the danger, and I need to profit off of it. I can't simply go on Twitter or YouTube or Twitch or any of these public platforms and speak at length about the issue I'm talking about. I can't put together a PowerPoint presentation that you can look through in your time to understand what we're discussing. No. I need to sell you a book, and you need to buy that book because I haven't fleeced the American people enough. My dad sure did.
Now, you don't hold back. In this book, you name names. Former Speaker Kevin McCarthy comes off as
right. You name names. Do you name the names of the FBI informants that were there? Oh, Jesus.
Hypocrite and a coward. You write that he told you Trump knew he'd lost the election, and yet McCarthy repeats these lies and ends up publicly defending the president after the attack.
You're right that Trump knew he lost the election. Yes, it's so easy for you to say Trump knew he lost the election.
Easily swayed by flattery from Trump, and you criticize their cowardice, the party's cowardice. Why was it important for you to call out party leadership by name in this moment?
Several reasons. One, with respect to Mike Johnson, when I wrote the book, he was not the Speaker of the House. I focused very much on the role that he played.
All right, we're going to finish that hype train at level 2.
Even before he ascended to...
I can't listen to this anymore. Seriously, NPR, can you guys act like it's so pointed? Why did you feel it was necessary to name names and call out leadership? You know, that thing that people are naturally supposed to do. And by the way, the reason, like we said, that she's naming names and calling out leadership is because they won't get behind her, and she is a military-industrial complex cog. Make no mistake, if we elected if we elected Elizabeth Cheney to any more power, they're just going to continue doing that shit again. I have a question. You have OnlyFans? Oh, why do we got to go there? She's not that attractive. Like I said, she's not ugly, but ugh. I mean, I expressed earlier this morning how I'm comfortable with some older women because I'm like, hey, that lady's hot, but that lady is not. I got to be honest, neither of those two. But I'm also one of those people, call it what you will, but I see a kind of personality to a person, and that it's not a physical attribute, but it is an attraction level for me. And after those two ladies just opened their mouths, I couldn't get hard if my life depended on it. So, too bad. Anyways, let's move over to this one. Now, I don't know if I don't think this is just whatever. The one on the left needs to be put on WikiFeed. I mean, they say she's a hobbit, but you ain't a hobbit. I mean, yeah, she got big old feet with hair on. Bitch, you sure you ain't a hobbit? All right, let's get to this next story. Migrants in Chicago are attacking Biden for ignoring them. And this part is super duper fun because Liz is fond of comfortable shoes. I have no idea what that means. I read that earlier. Liz all night with the lights on. Chevy JB. Everybody has their own preference. Thank you again for the hype train, level 2 at 22%, the support. That's awesome. That'll roll into our goal, kicking it further down. I'm sure that's like 10, 15 or something. We'll see where that lands. We'll see where it goes. But anyhow. So migrants in Chicago. If you aren't aware, there's been a lot of migrants coming in the country. And the part that I love about this, nobody asked them to come here. Nobody asked them to be here. Nobody said they should come here. But they're here now, and they're pissed that people are ignoring them. Hey, we came here, and you're not helping us. I got an idea, guys. Go home. And anyway, let's get into this one. Oh, yeah, we better because we've only got 20 minutes before the end of the show's first hour, and we got to get into the second hour stuff. Haven't even gotten into the second story. Good God. So the Biden administration is now under fire or whatever you want. Undocumented. I'm going back to illegal. F the undocumented. I'm going back to illegal. And people can say, that's insensitive. You know what's insensitive? Ignoring actual immigrants who go through the process to come here legally. Because if you ask them, they prefer illegal. Because they went through the process. They waited it out. They filed the paperwork. They did it the right way. And you could say the right way is convoluted and it's blah, blah, blah. Yeah, which is why it might be, I don't know, even more insulting to the ones who went through that fucking rat maze and came out the other side. Just go, well, these guys, but we can't call them illegal. That's hurtful. You know what's hurtful? The crimes some of them are committing. So fuck it. Illegal. Illegal Chicago immigrants. All right. Yeah, that actually sounds weird with the story. Illegal Chicago immigrants. But again, fucking bullshit rhetoric. Undocumented Chicago immigrants are begging President Biden to extend work permits to longtime residents as more migrants flood the border. In September, the Biden administration announced deportation protections and work permits to hundreds of thousands of Venezuelans who are currently entering the country. This followed multiple cities such as Chicago, New York, struggling to handle an influx of immigrants. While some celebrated the decision, the migrants who have spent decades in the country are hoping the generosity will continue. Please don't forget about us. We need job permits too. 52-year-old Juan Agrarian told the Chicago Tribune. At least 20,000 migrants have poured into Chicago since August of 2022, with growing concerns over housing them during the winter. As for undocumented immigrants who have previously lived in the city, they are calling for equal treatment. DACA recipient Edrina Rendon insisted, "We deserve a job permit. It's only fair." It's only fair? It's only fair? It's only fair. We walked all the way into your country unannounced, unwelcome, other than by the administration. In most cases, we just put a drain on your society because we showed up. We've been given food and other things, and a lot of people have seen those areas go. However, it's unfair. I'm sorry. The fact that you're not getting arrested and deported is where I go, how fair do we need to be here? Because you forget the part where, again, you could have waited and done it the right way. And if you're saying you can't, well, that doesn't make doing it the wrong way okay. Like, I can't wait and do it the right way. I need to get here now. It's my cash and I need it now. You didn't win a structured settlement, you son of a bitch. Biden, listen to us. We want to work without fear like our Venezuelan brothers and sisters. Yeah, but they're back in Venezuela. Consuelo Martinez implored during a rally. Thousands of immigrants marched in Washington, D.C. last month demanding Biden provide work permits for the additional millions of undocumented migrants still in the country. We need to provide work permits for all of them. Charlie, what is your call-in number? No. You make Gino sound sane. I have to say, what is it? What's your call-in number? This guy is nuts. What's your call-in number? You make Gino sound sane. I don't know if you know this, Charlie, but I've found you to be kind of boring and the shtick to be, and I see you haven't changed. So I'll just put this out there. Mods in the chat, it ain't going to bother me one bit, so I'm just going to ignore it until it's entertaining. It probably won't be. You do you. Can I have a wrench, says My Negroes. I don't know you enough. I'm boring shtick. See what I mean? That's all you got. All right. I'm going to move on. You go ahead and do whatever it is you're doing. I'm sure it entertains you. All righty. So back to what we were saying. Thousands of migrants marching in Washington, D.C. It's amazing how quickly they learned. All we have to do is march on Washington. Guys, let's rally. Small egg picker, Charlie, call in. I don't want him to. Listen, Squeaky, what's your call-in number? Listen, Charlie, I don't want to talk to you. How do I need to make that clearer? Okay. So, moving on. All these immigrants come in and they give them everything so easily and nothing to us that have been working for years and paying taxes, Florida landscaper Jose Guerrero said to the Associated Press. They give these people everything in their hands. Approximately 270,000 people from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela were able to apply for temporary legal status since arriving in October. If I don't speak up and show people what we're capable of doing, even without government support, who will? Aguirre told the Tribune. They, politicians, need to realize that we're no different from the new migrants who are also coming here for a better life. The only difference is that we have been here for decades, and they have not acknowledged us, even though we pay millions in taxes. I hate to tell you this, but actual residents pay even more, and they've been ignoring us forever. The Chicago Tribune's report followed a recent story that found many Venezuelan migrants have instead been voluntarily returning to their home country rather than deal with winter in the Windy City. And that's my favorite thing to hear, which is, again, why I'm like, we don't have to work on this too hard. Let them fucking sweat it out. Oh, Mikey Two Milks got rid of him. That's a shame. I'm not disappointed. I will say this one last thought, though. I kind of teased it that I might be willing to do the Charlie thing on the Friday show, like to give it a minute. And he could have worked on something, instead just came in. Am I banned? Oh, my banned. Do I get a wrench, good sir? I mean, what do you need a wrench for? We've got plenty of mods over here on the Rumble or on the YouTube, and we're good. So, moving right along. The Chicago Tribune's report followed a recent story that found many Venezuelan migrants have said, yeah, we already covered. Never mind, we did finish that. All right, so yes, they're literally going home because they're not getting the support they need. And as one of them said, the American dream is dead, which is the part that I love. Everybody on their way up here is like, yeah, the American dream, land of milk and honey, up that way. And the whole way here, they're never like, you know, if it's so great up there, why are all these people we're walking by just staying here? Huh. Weird. And then they get here and they're like, you know, it's not quite like advertised. It's really dirty. It turns out there's a lot of shit everywhere, and yeah, it's just not working out. I turned that nut. What? Small egg picker voting Charlie's better than Jake Hudson. Yes, I mean, we can always find people who are worse. If I want to spend all day, I can find people who do worse shows than me. It doesn't, you know, two wrongs don't make a right. That's all I'm saying. All righty. So, again, what are the jobs that we're going to come in here and have done? Just exactly, we give you these work permits, so you're going to do what? Like roofing, siding, stuff. I'm sure stuff that's very, very helpful. Don't get me wrong. But it's not like, again, we don't have people coming in here like, look, I need a work permit. I am a doctor. I understand how to be a doctor. I'm a trained student of medicine. Need an appendix removed. I'm your guy. Like, again, we're not getting that. We're getting, like, these guys want to drive cabs. They want to do stuff that we have people here that don't want to do, which I'm fine with. Can we get some of the Gen Zers and the I can't even peoples? And I need a Mency day for a week, and I need people to pay for me for a basic standard of living because I shouldn't be expected to have to earn my own income. No. How about you go? 47% of adults aged 18 to 35 live with their parents. And that is sad. Would you be willing to talk about deep root analytics? I don't think you want me talking about deep root analytics. I don't know if you know this, have brain damage. It would not go well. Let's be honest. I know that I can wade into some pools and I can splash my feet around, metaphorically speaking. But I can't swim in some of that shit. I'm good with science, physics. I understand some stuff. You want to talk about space, motherfucker? I got you. But then again, you know, deep root analytics. Let's get really fast into Johnny just going, so does that make sense? I mean, I think it does. I don't want to. Let's not. Let's not and say we did. Who will work these jobs? Larry, you do have a point. There are jobs, if they're willing to take them and people aren't willing to do them, that's fine. But like I said, the other problem I have is it's a weird kind of entitlement. We came here and we demand to work. Like, I get it. They demand to be able to work, but they don't understand why they were brought here. They were brought here by the left to sandbag everything and to find a sneaky way into securing a vote. They run my local vape shop with cheaper Marlboro Golds under the counter. They fine by me. Picking fruit and collecting trash. Again, that's in the South. Yeah, a lot of them are willing to do that kind of work. A lot of them are willing to do the work that nobody else is because, again, some of them just want jobs. And that is the sad part of this pickle. But also at the same rate, it is a weird thing. Like, hey, we came here and we demand that you give us jobs and attention and I suppose the right to work. But who's going to hire them? And what happens if they're not being hired? They want to be treated with equality. It's just, like, I feel like that at a certain point, there's a level of earning that needs to come in. You know, and people can say whatever you want about this, but where did my earning come in from? Well, I've been literally, I was born here. I was raised here. I've been an American citizen my whole life. I've been paying taxes and various other things. And like I said, my earning thing has kind of been because it's been perpetuated over and over and over again. These people just showed up, snap a finger, there they are. Like, all right. I feel like there should be some criteria. Paperwork, whatever, something. We shouldn't just let them go crazy like that. And then them wanting jobs is a noble attribute. But the weird thing, like, we demand work permits. Like, but what happens if you don't? So we give you the work permits. Who has to make sure that you get the work? Like, you get the permit so you can work? Like, are we supposed to give you jobs? Because I don't know if you know this. We don't have, it's such a gangbuster economy. What jobs are we going to give you? Ask the Biden administration. We don't have any jobs left to give. It's just jobs are out the door. We've been selling them like hotcakes. Who gets illegal immigrants all those fake IDs so they can vote? That, I don't know if you know that. That is quite hyperbolic misinformation, and I can't support or endorse that one bit. Alrighty, so let's get into this next story. This one's very, very interesting. The Babylon Bee did a series with an actor, and apparently the actor has been detained on January 6th charges while flying home from the Daily Wire premiere. So you know the Daily Wire made that cringy video and, you know, uber right-wing conservative humor, whatever. This guy, because he's a conservative actor who is in that sphere, went to that movie premiere and on his way home got arrested by the FBI for involvement with January 6th. Yet somehow Ray Epps is still walking free. The guy who outwardly claimed responsibility is not arrested, but we arrested an actor who kind of snubs his nose at the establishment. So disgusting. But let's get an update on this. Oh wait, is this is the fundraiser one? But where is? We should have two. We shouldn't just have one. Are they both? Are they both the same thing? All right, fuck it. We'll go to this one and we'll skip to the other one in a second. Saika Masakio. I'm going to say that. Saika Masakio, a conservative actor, Red State contributor, and activist from L.A., was detained Friday night by the FBI after returning home from the Daily Wire premiere for charges related to January 6th. Sakia starred in the viral Californians Moving to Texas video series produced by the Babylon Bee last year. I wonder, can we see Californians Moving to Texas? All right. Californians Moving to Texas. Let's see this horrible actor. And again, apparently, what do we have for his accusations on January 6th before we get into that? Turns out Sakia is on a list. He entered the Capitol on January 6th, but has not been charged with anything. His apartment was raided by over 20 armed FBI agents on June 10th of 2021. He's been under investigation ever since for associating with members of a social media group. And yet, Ray Epps, who claimed responsibility, is free and clear. Go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves. It's hilarious. Corey has played the videos. Well, I have not seen them, so if you don't mind, I'm going to wet my whistle on episode 1, Moving Day, of Californians moving to Texas.
Honey, someone's coming to the house. Someone's coming to the house. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
I'm going to call the pops. I'm going to call the pops.
We're recording you.
No. It's okay. I'm just your neighbor. Coming by to say howdy.
Oh my God, this is awesome. Holy shit, this is awesome. They're wearing fucking masks. I love it. They're in their own home wearing masks. I'm going to call the cops. I'm going to call the cops. I'd love it if she jumped in front. Don't lynch my husband just because he's a Negro. Like, that would be so funny if she did that. It would be hilarious. Can they get away with that? They might get in trouble, but it would be hilarious. And it'd be like they over the top, like kind of, oh my God, I would love it.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, we're not used to people stopping by to say howdy.
Dude, you can't, all right, no offense. You can't, this is a little weird on the fact, I wouldn't be comfortable if my neighbor just walked over and was like, hey, how you doing? And had a gun on his hip. Like, I get it. In Texas, guns are legal. But I feel like when you're going to introduce yourself to your neighbor, you don't go open carrying. There's nothing wrong with being ready to defend yourself should a situation arise, but I feel like the need to have it blatantly sitting there while you're, howdy, neighbor. Like, I don't think you need to, you're on their property, you're on their territory, and just, it was weird. And did he open the door? Was the door open or closed? I thought they closed the blinds and ran away from the door, and he just kind of opened it, which again, I don't know, is that a bit presumptuous?
Assaulting us first, robbing us, or defecating on our lawn.
Sometimes all three.
The trifecta. We're from Los Angeles.
Just moved to Texas.
I figured.
Oh, the California plates?
Well, yeah, the masks. Inside your own house, no one else around. 2022.
We just want to be extra safe.
Well, and now you look like an airline attendant. I gotta say, man, that actually makes your face look better. Again, they arrested this guy for his involvement with January 6th. Ray Epps, free and clear, obviously, because the American justice system is racist, and the FBI is like, why charge a white man who claimed responsibility when we can arrest a black man who we like to pretend has responsibility?
We feel naked without masks.
We'll probably wear them for the rest of our lives.
We'll be buried in them.
Okay. Well, you seem like a lovely couple. Like I said, I just wanted to drop by and welcome you to the neighborhood.
Why? Do you want something?
Oh, no. They're, I think he's being friendly. People around here are friendly.
People around here are friendly. Look, there is a lot of truth to this, but they're also horrible prudes. Maybe the two go hand in hand. I don't know. But I feel like I'd be a lot cooler with Texas if Texas would just relax on people's rights to, you know, smoke weed if they want to and they're a goddamn adult. But hey, I digress.
Like we've seen in the movies, right?
I thought that was just make-believe, like superheroes or families that go to church.
No. That's a myth. This is real life.
So, I live in that house over yonder. Name's Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. I'm Tiffany, she, her.
And I'm Steve, he, him.
What are your pronouns?
I don't believe in pronouns. I think they're reductive. In fact, just your asking about it is a microaggression.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. I'm just messing with you. I like all pronouns. My favorite is you.
This is really actually not bad.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Exactly. So, if you need anything, Just holler. My wife and I'd be happy to help.
Baby, he has a gun.
I'm calling the cops.
I'm recording you.
No.
Recording
It's
you.
okay. It's okay. It's just my sidearm. Everybody here has a gun.
Sorry, we don't really like guns. There's a lot of crime where we're from.
I understand. There's not a lot of crime here
Why?
because everybody here has a gun.
I don't get it.
Doesn't add up. I don't.
You'll get used to it.
But what if I don't want to get used to it? Guns? People walking up to your driveway without masks and without pronouns? I don't think I can live like this.
Well, if it makes you feel more at home, we just recently replaced a lot of our electrical grid with unreliable wind power.
Baby.
It helps. But honestly, I just don't think I can do this. Where's the police sirens? Where's the helicopters overhead? Where's the needles in this street? I just can't live like this. It's so hot. And the bugs are so big.
But we just see so much on the bungalow.
All right. I'm guessing there's one where he finally shoots a gun and has a blast. Yep, no pronouns, no masks, but lots of guns. I mean, I'll say this. It's pretty damn funny, and it's got a lot of truth to it. I don't disagree. All right. So that was I have never lived in Texas, though, so I don't know how accurate all of that is. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But certainly fucking hilarious. Again, back to the actual story, though. That actor, apparently dangerous operator, destroyer of democracy. There's a few of the videos. Yeah, if Labglass or if somebody else, if there's one, I thought I saw a thumbnail while I was doing research for this actual story we're on. Was there one where they take him to the gun range and he shoots like a fucking like an M16 and he's just having a blast and he's just like ah ha ha and he's just like launching off. Because if that is one, I do want to see that one if someone can link me that. Otherwise, I'm going to keep moving because, again, we're in the second hour. We've got a lot to do and a lot to go. I don't want to get too caught up on it, but I do want to do that one because I think I'll laugh my balls off. So if anyone knows that one or wants to throw that in there, cool. But I don't want to slow the show down digging around on the internet. It could take a couple minutes. I don't want to do that. So getting back to, again, that actor. And I'm apologizing if I'm butchering his name. Saika Mascoy? I don't know how to pronounce his name, and I feel bad. Anyhow, an actor loved by our subscribers for his banger Babylon Bee skits was detained by the FBI flying home over the weekend with his pregnant wife. Oh my God. All right. So since being detained by the FBI, his wife, Charlotte, has set up a Give, Send, Go account to help pay for his legal defense fund. So far, $38,930 have been raised at the time of the writing of this story for his legal defense. Thank you, everyone who has prayed, shared, and donated. As of Monday morning, donors had given over $54,000 to the legal defense fund. He and Charlotte are trying to raise a total of $115,000. He has received an outpouring of high-profile support since the FBI detained him. From Gina Carano. Can we see someone who isn't like super right-wing though? Jeremy Boring. Yeah, the guy from the Daily Wire. Steve D. All right. I want to see someone actually. Oh shit. Never mind. I found the video that I wanted. I've resurfaced. Thank you very much. Well, thank you, Uncle Meat Farts, I think. I don't know what that's about. But and Labglass put it up there too. So I'm betting this is the same one. Yep, this is the same one. California's moved to Texas, episode 4, the gun range. Let's get into this for a little bit of fun. We're just into the second hour. We still have a bunch of stories to get into. we're gonna go ahead and close out. I hope if he hasn't met it already, that he meets his legal goal and that he gets out. Because again, the fact that Ray Epps is not in jail at all, and we want to say that guy's guilty of something, no, thank you. All right, let's go over to this. Bing, bang, boom, boopity boop. Here we go.
Is this it?
The GPS doesn't lie.
Hey, howdy, hey, come on over.
Who the heck is he? Because I know him from the last bit. He looks familiar. I swear to God. Is that James Caan's son? Nah, it can't be. But if it were, I'd laugh my fucking balls off.
Why?
Hey, howdy, hey, come on over.
What is this place?
A gun range? I asked you guys if you wanted to go shooting at the range.
I thought you meant shooting like pics for my Insta.
What did you think range meant?
Oh, I thought like home on the range where the deer and the antelope play.
Well, there's no deer here. Well, except for that guy. Well, and this guy too. You should try this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's get started.
No, we don't like guns, remember? I can't have you turning into some sort of crazy gun nut. This is not good for our marriage.
We've been seeing a marriage counselor. She says my texification is unfair to Timpani, so.
You found a marriage counselor in Texas who uses the word texification?
She's in Austin.
That makes sense.
If you guys are anti-gun like you say you are, wouldn't it be better if you could speak from a place of experience?
Yes. I mean, it's okay. It's cool. Whatever. No biggie.
Well, I do suppose it would be good to say
he's
that
getting
I've
excited.
shot a gun, so I know how bad it is.
Now listen, I've got some good stuff for you. All right, come on over here. Come on.
Ladies first.
He's actually excited.
Hey, can we get these guys started with a couple of Glock 17s? Can you hook us up? And here's your eyes, and here's your ears.
Safety gear. That seems very responsible.
Oh, yeah, gun safety is the most important thing. Hey, let's head on in. I'll show you guys the ropes.
Why does that guy seem
Always
familiar?
keep your firearm pointed in a safe direction. Always assume it's loaded, which we now refer to as the Alec Baldwin rule. And never...
All right, I'm trying not to stop this so much, but the Alec Baldwin rule, holy fucking Jesus, yes. The Alec Baldwin rule. Always treat your firearm as if it was loaded, which has been a rule since before Alec Baldwin, but calling it the Alec Baldwin rule, oh my God, that is brilliant. All right, back to it.
Never walk downrange until all firearms are laid on the table with the actions open.
I don't get some of those words, but that also sounds very responsible.
What, did you think we were just gonna run around here and shoot the guns off everywhere like a bunch of crazy gun nuts?
That's later.
I would never call you a crazy gun nut.
But you did say you didn't want Steve to become a crazy gun nut.
I don't think so. That doesn't sound like me.
No, it sounds just like you.
I heard you say
Yeah,
it.
he said it.
Let's get y'all started.
Is that a fully semi-automatic single hollow point assault machine gun? Is that a 30 magazine clip?
No, that's an 8-bullet round.
That's what it is.
Break yourself, fool!
We don't do that here. All right, all guns on the table. Let's see how we did.
Hey, Steve, I'm pretty impressed over there.
Did I do well?
Well, it looks like you missed every shot. That's quite an accomplishment.
Well, where'd all my bullets go?
We don't know. We only know where they did not go.
That must happen all the time for beginners and all.
No, never seen that before. I'm not even with beginners. I went and looked in Timpani. Actually, you got all your hits on the paper.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Even some of Steve's hits your paper. That's impressive, Steve. Never seen that before either.
I didn't think it would smell so much.
Oh, that's the gunpowder.
Well, I don't like guns, so I definitely don't like that smell.
Well, all right, folks. You want to go again?
Yes! I mean, yeah, it's cool. Sorry.
Yeah, it's cool.
Real talk, though.
Well, looks like Steve missed every shot.
How expensive is this shit?
Timpani hit
They're blowing a lot of loads here.
a couple in the bullseye this time.
Oh, but Steve, none of your shots hit Timpani's target this time, so you're getting closer. Or even further away.
Jesus Christ.
Damn it! I really thought I was getting the hang of this Texas thing.
Well, you said dag nabbit. That's something.
It is.
Well, you know, handguns are the hardest ones to shoot accurately. You guys want to try some ARs?
I guess we can give it a try.
Let's do it.
Holy Jesus. Are we playing fucking Chariots of Fire right now? This deserves an award. This is hilarious.
Nabbit. I missed them all again. Well, Temp, you should be relieved. There's no way I'm gonna become a gun nut now. But
Good. These AR-15s are just wrong. There's no reason that anyone should have a need to own one of these things. But if one were to buy one, where would be the best place to do that?
I'm sorry, that's just hilarious.
So what kind of gun is that?
It's a price gun.
Hey, Babylon B fans, I have a big announcement that is...
All right, I don't want to do whatever that is. Jesus Christ, though, that was funny. Oh, my God. It depends on what caliber you shoot. 9mm is affordable, but larger, less common calibers are more expensive. See, I've only gone shooting a couple of times, actually, with my buddy Jonah. So, yeah, I would have to say the knowledge of how expensive it is does float by me. But I was under the impression that there was probably I thought ammo was expensive right now, just in general. By the way, I fall around 8 on the ammo sexual spectrum. 8 out of 10. I don't know what the ammo sexual spectrum is, but hey, everybody, thank you for being part of the show. We're going to keep going again for another 2 hours and 15 minutes. Let's get over that one. We already did that. And, I mean, we're almost halfway.
I created hint water to make water taste
I don't care about your pimp water. So we were going to talk about engagement chicken. I don't know what this is. I was saving that for a thing, but I feel like I'm not in the mood to talk about engagement chicken, so we're going to drop that. The climate summit, the leader trying to calm people over a remark on fossil fuels. Fuck it. We're going to this one instead because it's a video and I don't want to do any written stories. So let's drop those off and maybe save them for another time. Apparently, Americans are answering what it means to be a patriot. So, in a kind of man-on-the-street bit, Jesse Waters from Fox went around asking people what it means to be a patriot, which is a weird thing. Because on the one hand, I am someone who believes you should have some, patriotic pride in your country. But then again, what does it mean to be a patriot? Like a football fan? And I'll laugh my balls off if someone literally asks that question, but we'll find out. Anyways, it's a constitutional carry state. It literally mentally handicapped to open carry. In a constitutional carry state, it's literally mentally handicapped to open carry. I don't understand what you're saying. Has Tucker done a piece on the mostly peaceful boarding process of the what? I have no idea what Larry. No idea what you're talking about. Alrighty, so Riding Dirty Llama, good to see you, Sandy Squatch. Ammo's a little expensive. If you go to the gun range in Ramsey, it's only $10 for as long as you want before 2 in the afternoon. Well, that sounds like a far ways to go. I have a few body issues to deal with before I could safely operate a firearm. So that's great. But let's check in with apparently Jesse Waters primetime going man on the street. Is it because he's out of stuff to do, or because I don't imagine we're gonna ask a lot of people who have a whole lot of American pride in the streets of, I imagine, New York on like, what does it mean to be a patriot? I don't think we're gonna hear anything super amazing.
We're here for the Patriot Awards. We thought it'd be a good idea to learn about the word patriot.
The Patriot Awards, or in other words, Fox's again fucking pander ceremony. Great. I don't care about that. Let's just get to what it means to be a patriot.
To people, and if Americans are even patriotic anymore.
When you hear the word patriot, how does that make you feel?
Free as a bird.
I'm into it.
Proud that our country's doing the right things that need to be done, not just anything that needs to be done.
That's profound.
Thank you.
It made me feel uncomfortable. I don't know why it did. I don't think it should.
It makes me feel proud to be an American that loves. Listen, I don't know you, but the minute you said hello, I loved you.
You had me at hello.
What does it mean to be a patriot?
There's a lot of...
Woo, okay.
Someone that puts their country over anything else.
Loving it, meaning the birds and every person you see, dogs.
How fucking high are these people? This is not what I expected. Hi, new here. What's the vibe? The vibe is kind of not taking anything too seriously, kind of black-pilled on the world, and laughing at it because what else are we going to do? And having to laugh at it because sometimes you can't get a story anywhere but Fox News, and Fox News but foxes you when you try to pause because they're dicks. But hey, see if it fits you. Glad to have you. Alrighty, so we're going to keep going again until 5:30, which means we have 2 hours and 15 minutes or so left in the program. Let's go back to this. Do we want to? I have to redo all of it now and then put up with another ad.
My health was good.
For what it means to Americans to be a patriot. It just seemed like a lot of bullshit. I was expecting it to be the slanted, like a whole bunch of young people being like, man, patriots are part of the colonizers, man, or whatever, and just, yeah, no, it's just a lot of crap on both sides. It's been a while since I bought ammo, a couple of years back when it was higher. $223, $557 was around $1 a round. Yeah, I just I remembered that when I went shooting with Jonah, because we discussed it, and I wanted to pay. I wanted to contribute towards buying some ammo, and he said, "All right, man, that's fine with me." Because ammo isn't necessarily cheap. And we went, and we can even talk about this. I'll make a note to talk about this on what is it, on Friday, having gone to the range and shot guns. And then I just had an idea just now. All right. Sorry, I had to swallow a thought. And it was a big one. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this next story. Now, you guys know the movement in particularly in London, the stop oil now people. I'd like to see them protest this really, really weird happening, because again, this is apparently something that only happens in one town in the world. And it just seems like it's bad. Before we get to that, bird collector, been a while since I bought. Yep. They let you shoot guns? ? Fanatical Bucks fan at the range. Yeah, at the range they let Jonah and me. We shot guns. We made sure I had a good strong stance. Yeah, he had just a little 9mm firearm. Didn't have a whole lot of kick. I was doing better standing wise then. If I were to go now, I might have to do a like seated position. But yeah, no, it wasn't too bad. I mean, and I talked to Midland Armory a while back, and they said, yeah, we could go shooting, man. We can get you a chair. And I was like, all right, fuck it. We'll do that. I'll sit in a chair and shoot some guns. I'll be the first person to tell you shooting guns is fun. I have made my own I have packed my own ammunition. Like, was it 30-06 rounds, 12-gauge shotgun rounds, shot them off in a class in high school called Sportsman's Biology. It was a damn fun time. Shooting guns is fun. I mean, they're not toys. But God, is it I'm sorry, you can't kind of just have a little bit of a smile and you're like, oh. It shouldn't be that fun, but it is. Anyways, stop. I'm getting hard, says Fallen. All right, I will stop. Let's pop over to this video out of Ottery St. Mary in Devon, United Kingdom.
It's the only place this happens in the world.
It's such an adrenaline rush.
I've always been scared.
Every year, men, women and children in this small town in England carry flaming tar-lined barrels through the streets. It's a centuries-old tradition that is restricted to the town's long-time residents.
It's a dangerous event, but everyone who's carrying those barrels have done them for years. They know what to do, they know where they're allowed to go, what they're not allowed to do. Obviously, they're not allowed to drink on the night. If you're going to play with fire, you're going to possibly get burnt. So all you're going to do is cover your hands up well, cover yourself up, and get stuck in.
But why? Why are we doing this? Small Lake Maker saying, I'm from England and never heard of this. Until literally today, I too have never heard of this. But let me tell you right now, if I ever get to have a vacation, like go anywhere, any point in time, this is something I would love to go and see. Like, obviously, I can't participate in it. I'm not exactly able. But I would so fucking love to see this shit. I'm a pyromaniac. This would be fucking crazy. And again, I want to know, what was this born out of? Carrying a burning barrel through the streets. Looks dangerous as fuck. The guy just said it's dangerous as fuck. If you're going to play with fire, you're going to get burned. And so cover your hands and, just cover yourself up. Because it is, again, very dangerous. Fuck.
There are many theories about how the tradition started, but its true origins remain a mystery.
It could have started as a fumigation to cleanse the town, or it could be a spiritual thing of cleansing it of maybe spirits.
Some people say it was back sort of the Middle Ages when the plague was around, Black Death and things like that, and it was done to purify things, but we're not really sure.
Apparently the tar barrels were rowed all around this country, gradually faded away. There's other places carry them on poles, drag them on sledges. We carry them on our backs and run like hell.
They are trying to carry it for as long as they can, and when they have to let go, there's always somebody who's ready to take it from them.
It's gone back so far, the history has been lost, but it always carries on. And only the townspeople can actually stop it. So as long as the townspeople want to do it, they have to do it. Right.
Holy balls. That is crazy. I would love to see that. These people are tarded. It's clearly pirates. Yes, we did it to fight the pirates, goddammit. We did it to fight the pirates and the fucking scurvy. Oh, Jesus. I want to do it, though, man. I'd love to do that, but more importantly, I feel like that would just be fun to see. And they said the people running with the barrels can't get drunk. You know everybody else there is, though. Everybody else there is tying one on, just fucking hammered. Be beautiful. All right, we have got our show rolling for another 2 hours, and it has been awesome. We're going to go ahead and load our second hour stories. We've gotten through our first hour stuff. Let's drop the audio here just a bit while we grab those. Thank you all so much for being here, enjoying the afternoon with us. So happy to have you. Let's get, one of our first stories, the White House is apparently having some trouble funding Ukraine. They're running out of money, which is why I say maybe then we should stop. Just a thought. And then Texas Attorney General is putting a lawsuit out on Pfizer for the vaccine for COVID, the RCNA. So we're going to pull up that and talk about that. A New Hampshire man made some interesting news. We'll get into him. Just a regular guy. It turns out he has a quiet guy and he had a whole lot of money. My story about Mr. Tut did a number on the show. I can't remember. I vaguely remember something about Tut. But I'm doing well. I've got a lot of energy, but I am sleep deprived, which means like fucking fish brain. Memory is just shot. So, sorry. Anyhow, so let's get back to this New Hampshire man. We were on that. We've got Israeli protesters gather outside, anti-Israeli protesters gather outside a Jewish-owned restaurant and charge the chain with genocide, because of course they did. And global warming, huge, horrible thing. But there was we didn't cover the story. We vaguely talked about it. There was a global warming summit, a climate summit held recently, and a lot of people that had intended to go to the global warming climate summit being held, I think, in Dubai. Yeah, being held in Dubai. They couldn't make it, and we'll show you why. The reasons might shock you. Did Scarmellerina? I fucking can't read that name. I'm tired and a little sleep deprived. I'm wondering if they're still here. Do we scare them off? Those things happen. Either way, we're going to keep going for another 2 hours, so let's keep going in there. Let's check the sticker party thing, just so we know where that's at. 290 bits away. Really close. All righty. So, oh, shit. No audio up. Good. Perfect. Let's get back to this one. Our first story, like I said, U.S. nearly out of money for Ukraine's war against Russia, and the White House tells Congress. The United States is running out of time and money to help Ukraine fight its war with Russia, White House officials warned congressional leaders on Monday. Democratic President Joe Biden's administration in October asked Congress for nearly $106 billion to fund ambitious plans for Ukraine, Israel, and the U.S. border security, but Republicans who control the House with a slim majority rejected the package. Yeah, because the border security part really wasn't there. Most of it was for Ukraine with a little bit to Israel, and I keep having to point this out, guys. We shouldn't be okaying this stuff for Ukraine because Joe Biden's just using it to put it in his own pocket. I don't know if you know this, but the guy's great. Toastmaster saying, indeed, Toastmaster is right. Wrong button. My apologies. I was trying to get over. Can you tell the sleep deprivation? I got energy, but we're a little off.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, and by the way, was it Charlie earlier calling me squeaky? Did you not know I've been talking about having a cold and a cough for like a couple of days? Like, oh, hey, yeah, whatever, squeaky. Yep. Make fun of my voice cracks. And I'm literally trying not to die of coughing. Oh, squeaky. There's a surprise. Only reason I bring it up is because I remembered with you got the white lung. No. I have bronchitis. Which is why I didn't go on the show this morning. Alrighty, so the United States is running out of time and money. Blah, 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 blah. Moving on. Congress has to decide whether to continue to support the fight for freedom in Ukraine or ignore the lessons we learned from history and let Vladimir Putin prevail. Can we phrase that in a nonpartisan way? Congress has to decide, do we continue funding this incredibly questionable endeavor in Ukraine, or do we maybe say the American people can't afford it? Do we continue to support a Nazi dictator in Ukraine, or do we say maybe America should wash its hands? How about we phrase it that way? That is also completely accurate, because not elected, not allowing elections, Azov Battalion, Nazi dictator. Alrighty, a vote against supporting Ukraine is a vote to improve Putin's strategic position. That's just an inescapable reality, Sullivan said. It's also an inescapable reality that a vote to support Ukraine is a vote to support a dictator of a quasi-Nazi regime. That's an unescapable reality. The White House Budget Director, Shalanda Young, in a letter to Republican House Representative Speaker Mike Johnson and other congressional leaders, released Monday, said cutting off funding and a flow of weapons to Ukraine would increase the likelihood of Russian victories. And let's be honest, it would also increase the likelihood of Israeli victories because now Ukraine can't sell their weapons to Hamas. Because I don't know if you know this or not, what is it, budget director, but the Azov Battalion are Nazis. They're not a big fan of the Jews. They don't really like the Jews. They've learned through history the terrible lessons that history has shown them, that you can't say that too publicly or you get in trouble. So instead, they keep that part kind of quiet to themselves for the most part. But if you don't think that the Ukrainian government is, or the current, let me be clear, if you don't think the current Ukrainian government, especially the Azov side of it, isn't selling weapons to Hamas, because if we get rid of Israel, that's, a few less, and then you're nuts. So, Master Meatball, ahoy. Ukraine is a fucking shit show. I feel bad for those poor soldiers. Our country sucks for funding this shit. Pisses me off. Magnum DUI, I agree with a majority of that. It doesn't piss me off too much because, again, I have no control over it. So what is getting angry going to do? It's really not going to help. But again, you're not wrong. It's a shit show, and we really shouldn't be there. Like I said, it's when you look at all of it, it's so messed up. And that's the problem with this story. The people pushing for this are making it sound like we have to do this, or this is another, again, the genocide and all the... It's amazing how everyone's bad guy is the worst bad guy. I want to be clear, without congressional action, by the end of the year, we will run out of resources to procure more weapons and equipment for Ukraine and provide equipment from U.S. military stocks, Young wrote. There is no magic pot of funding available to meet this movement. We are out of money and nearly out of time.
But my tummy don't.
You know who else is out of money? The fucking country is out of money. We can't afford this shit. Look, guys, we're out of money. Yeah, guess what America's out of? Money. The military-industrial complex needs to just fucking learn to stop. You've been sucking us dry for decades, and you gotta take a goddamn break. Because I don't know if you know this or not, the current administration has destroyed the economy. They're going to pay us back, right? Oh, yeah, they're totally going to pay us back. When we go broke, Europe will send their tax dollars to us. No, they won't. When we go broke, Europe will go, hey, where's all our military support? You know what I think is really, really weird? We're supporting Ukraine. We're helping them fight their battles. But we're paying for all the weapons. They're getting them and then selling them. We aren't getting any of that money back. Congress has approved more than $110 billion for Ukraine since Russia's February 2022 invasion. Yeah, I'm just done with it. I'm done. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. Anyways, let's continue without supporting this time. All righty. Let's go to this story. This seems very, very interesting. I thought I could have swore you weren't allowed to do this. Texas AG sues Pfizer, claims its vaccine made people believe it would end the pandemic. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is suing Pfizer, accusing the pharmaceutical company of lying about how effective its COVID-19 vaccine was and of not ending the pandemic as it had suggested. The COVID-19 vaccines are the miracle that wasn't, according to the lawsuit filed in Lubbock County State Court on Thursday. Placing their trust in Pfizer, hundreds of millions of Americans lined up to receive the vaccine. Contrary to Pfizer's public statements, however, the pandemic did not end, it got worse. Citing Pfizer's claim that its vaccine was 95% effective against COVID-19, the complaint states that the public was given the impression that Pfizer's vaccine would end the coronavirus pandemic and lift the omnipresent veil of fear and uncertainty from an anxious public. The suit is seeking more than $10 million in fines and to limit what Pfizer can say about its vaccine's efficacy. The suit cites the total 2021 death toll in the U.S. after Pfizer's vaccine was available as being higher than in 2020. The claim leaves out a lot of context, however, as the Texas Tribune reports. It is true that the virus killed more people in 2021, twice as many, but that's a calendar year measure of 12 months of full-on pandemic-level infections compared to less than 9 months the year before, in which deaths were staying in the double digits for most states in the early weeks. Of the 1.2 million Americans who have died from COVID since the first deaths was recorded in March of 2020, more than half of them died within the first 12 months. By then, only a third of Americans had gotten the shot. The lawsuit also paints the American public as being unduly susceptible to Pfizer's so-called misleading claims about its vaccine. While the overwhelming consensus among public health experts at the time was that the vaccines were key to mitigating the spread of the coronavirus, the claims in the lawsuit appear to misrepresent the strategy the U.S. government adopted to combat the general spread of COVID-19, particularly in the early months of the vaccine's rollout. Federal officials and healthcare experts repeatedly stressed that vaccines were not a silver bullet and would not provide total immunity against the virus. Vaccinations were but one important element in a comprehensive approach to containing the COVID outbreak, and an approach that also included precautions like proper ventilation and mask wearing. I don't think I really want to keep going with reading this. Is there anything else? 3 paragraphs left. Let's finish it. In 2021, Texas did away with many of these additional safety measures. In March that year, Governor Greg Abbott declared that Texas would open 100% as he rolled back mask mandates and lifted restrictions on businesses. Abbott also issued executive orders to prohibit schools and local governments from requiring masks. The state of Texas also filed several lawsuits against the Biden administration challenging vaccine mandates, including that required vaccinations for federal contractors. This summer, the Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled the federal government could not punish members of the Texas State Guard for skipping the shots, and the state just last month passed a law that prevents private businesses from imposing vaccine requirements on their employees. Pfizer has dismissed Paxton's lawsuit as meritless. The company told Reuters in a statement that its representatives of its vaccine have been accurate and science-based. Oh, that's a lie. And its vaccine has demonstrated a favorable safety profile in all age groups and helped protect against severe COVID-19 outcomes, including hospitalization and death. No, it hasn't, but okay. Oh. No one will get sick if you take the vaccine. Yeah, the vaccine works so well that they keep coming up with these boosters to keep getting them. It's weird. It's the shot that they keep on stupping you with. I don't need it. I'm good where I am. I'm not going to stop anyone from getting it, but I feel it's really, really weird that you've got to keep getting this booster for this vaccine thing. And they keep getting paid. But I thought we weren't allowed to sue. That was the thing I was super pissed about, was the blank check our government gave Pfizer and the no responsibility attached to it. Kind of a problem for me. But all righty. Let's catch up with the chat before we move on. Oh, not a whole lot happening over here. Oh, I suppose I should switch out of Top Chat over here on YouTube. Maybe that's why it ain't moving. Or did we DC? Nope, no warnings there. But yeah, everything in the chat there is good. There we are over on Rumble. Again, thank you for watching on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble. We really appreciate having everybody. If you click the old thumbs up if you're having a good time, I appreciate that. Certainly helps the program. I don't know about, does the algorithm on YouTube hold me back? I'm too small to matter, in my opinion. Too small to matter. At any rate, let's get over to this one. You know what? Do we want to? It's kind of a feel-good story. It's just New Hampshire man spent a simple life working at a mobile home park and driving a riding lawnmower around town, and he died with a few million in the bank. Mr. Jeffrey Holt had blended in for decades in Hinsdale, a town with a population of about 4,000 people, often sitting on his riding mower in the trailer park where he lived until his death in June at 82. But he died with a secret that will change Hinsdale for years to come. He was a multi-millionaire, and in his will, he decided to leave all of his wealth, $3.8 million, to his adopted town. Glad we did this. I'm glad we did this. This is awesome. So this guy was sitting on a pile of cash like you wouldn't believe. Refreshed my account because old chats were sticky. Easy to find you again, despite there being several Johnny K's. Well, let me tell you, there's a lot of pretentious Johnnies to the crowd, but I've been Johnny K all day since I was a baby. That sounds gay. I should stop. I'm sorry. We'll move on. But yes, I've been Johnny K for as long as I can remember. I'm not giving it up until I'm dead. Even then, I'll probably take it with me. Alrighty, so he died a multimillionaire. $3.8 million to a town of 4,000 people. I'm going to see what that breaks down in the story, but let's just do it roughly right now. 3, 8, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, that's billion. There we go. And now, what is it? Divided by 4,000. Okay, divided by 4, 2, 3. Boom. 950? That can't be right. Maybe. Everybody gets $950? What happens to the 3.8 million? Let's find out. It turns out the arrangement had been struck decades earlier, with Holt having set up the dispersal of his funds with the New Hampshire Charitable Foundation. As one official with that group noted, Holt kept it quiet. He just really wanted to give back in a way that was truly about making the community better without any fanfare or recognition on his part. The man's millions reportedly came from a fortuitous business buyout in the 1980s, coupled with some savvy investments. Lacking many close relationships and unsure of what to do with his fortune, he asked a friend who suggested he possibly do something for the town. Of course he did. One town advisor said Holt's request will have a major impact on Hinsdale finances, but that they don't intend to squander it. Oh, God. They don't intend to squander it. She said that the money could be used to fix the town clock or paint the town hall, but that it would be spent frugally in the spirit of how Mr. Holt lived. She's going to spend it frugally. I'm sorry, that phrase doesn't sync up with me. She's going to spend it frugally? Now I'm worried. No, Johnny, you won't be able to take your name with you when you die because some illegal immigrant will take it and your social security number and use it. That's why my plan is to rack up unrecoverable debt right before I die. Only person that'll fuck over is my daughter. Yeah, I didn't think that through. I'm sorry. We might have to roll that one back into the factory. I don't think that one's not ready for prime time. I hopefully don't have to eat any more goddamn cough drops for the rest of the show. I have a little bit of water left. Oh, I got a lot of water left. I got a lot of water left. The old windpipes are drying out. We're going to 5:30, which means we have an hour and 45 minutes left in the show. And then after that, I'm going to pass the hell out. Well, fairness. I'm going to hang out with my daughter for a little while. Then I'm going to pass the hell out. I'm going to sleep so good just because of deprivation. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to be like a goddamn jackrabbit. Hey, Aaron, let's do a show. Woo! I'm going to be like a dog, like a little puppy white. I'm going to be like Gordy, only without... Dude, is it weird that dog has just... I feel like anatomically overcorrected. All right, I don't want to get pervy, but I've been in that house. I have seen that dog. I have seen that hog. What the heck? There's more dick than dog. It's just... All right, how about we not talk about that one? We could do a show, you know? This is a weird tangent to suddenly go in. And moving on. Alrighty. So, anti-Israeli protesters have, and Israeli, anti-Hamas or Palestinian protesters, whatever you call them, have been getting more and more, brazen in the country. We go on both sides of it. Who's looking after Gordy? St. Caesar, I imagine Aaron's family, I imagine his kids. I certainly can't because this house has 4 cats, and 3 of those 4 cats would fuck Gordy up. 2 of those 4 cats would probably avoid confrontation at all costs. 1 of those cats would consider it a mission to murder him. Just on, ooh, it's like a giant rat. I'm going to eat that dog. Like, seriously. And you guys know what cat I'm talking about. Spoiler alert, she has her own fucking sound drop. Where is it at? There.
That's one fucking nice kitty right there.
Homicidal to a point that you're like, oh yeah, you're a furry sociopath with fucking razor blades on your hands. She's cute. She snuggles. But if you put a bird, a mouse, or that dog, dead. And Lab Glass, Alucard would not fuck Gordy. Here's why. Gordy's too small for Alucard to pretzel him. Alucard likes to skull fuck his victims. And when he does that, he prefers to grab one of their hind legs and bend it back in a truly sadistic manner, kind of like, you're going to see this coming, and me, and you can't walk away because I got your leg. Yeah, no, I think Alucard Alucard's a grandpa cat. He's 17 years old. I don't think he gets it up for anything other than the dog, but he definitely would not have sexual relations with that Chewini. But here's what Al would do. He would close paw hit Gordy. If Gordy came near him, he'd just whoop-poof, and he'd slap the taste out of Gordy's mouth. Just, and then for the rest of the day, Gordy will just go, because he doesn't hit you with his claws. He hits you with a goddamn brick that he has that's a paw. But anyways, Al should have a Karma Sutra book. Why? He only has one position. The what is it? The canine backbreaker. At any rate, now that we've as Shawn Michaels once said, I do not sleep with that dog. I was up all night. A lab glass that you know of. Look, he's had the same game for a long time. Plus, like I said, that cat is 17 years old. All right. I feel like he's not quite that spry. And also, that dog is literally almost not even half the size of the cat. Alucard is used to taking down and skull-effing much larger prey than him. He wouldn't know what to do over, like, it just, there's not enough here. Bowser knows what's up. Oh no. What does Bowser know? I don't know what Bowser knows. How about we move on? Because this subject is actually starting to make me just a little bit uncomfortable. That'll be a great discussion topic for tomorrow. Aaron will be like, hey man, how did your show go last night? You were awfully tired and everything. Did you get a nap or something? Did you make it through? Yeah, we did fine. And actually, I managed to coast for a significant amount of time on my show as my audience had a debate over who would win, my cat versus your dog. And by the way, they all assumed that my cat would just skull F your dog. And go. So there we go. Alrighty, Alucard would fuck Aaron. Actually, that's believable. Alucard, in his younger years, used to climb people. The taller the... Why did it land on my face? All right? The twerky sticker is still here. I swear, practically delusional from sleep deprivation. I'm not even kidding. I didn't even get an hour's worth of sleep since yesterday. I am running not even on fumes, the will of my own will. I'm burning my candle at both ends. I can't imagine why I'm a cripple. And then out of nowhere, I'm trying to keep this thing out. There we go. I stuck my tongue out. Are you happy now? Jolly green dickhead. But the sticker... The twerky, and it landed on my face. I feel violated by a giant animated turkey. And then what's that white stuff? Is that gravy? That better be fucking gravy. I swear to, if that is not, that better be pepper gravy. You taste it. All right. Let's go over to this story. Anti-Israeli protesters targeted and mobbed a Jewish-owned restaurant, charging the Philly chain with genocide. Right? Because this chain is responsible for genocide. No, I think they mean Genoa. It's a kind of meat. It's not it's a kind of Italian. No. Jolly green dickhead, tickle. Indeed. Johnny is being victimized by a chicken. Yeah, I just got the Alucard treatment by the twerky turkey. I just got skull-effed by a twerky turkey. So, great. Hope it was fun for all of you. I'm losing my mind.
Fuck off.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a man of integrity, and I'll be honest, I did not have sexual relations with that turkey. Now, I did split that wishbone and paint all the walls, if you know what I mean, but I did not have sexual relations with that turkey, especially since if anything, you know who, the evil succubus, is going to come out after me. I got to sneak it in nice and quiet, which is why I'm not going to waste my time on a bird, you understand? I imagine that's all Bill does now. That's all he does. Hillary Clinton's out there trying to rule the world. He's just trying to get his dick wet. God bless. You only fucked up the economy and everything with your Glass-Steagall shtick. I can't say that. Don't get illiterate right now. Alliteration isn't your friend. All right, so I do not understand the logic of these anti-Israeli protesters. Oh, this is the person writing that. This was part of a larger protest in the streets of Philly.
So they surrounded a Jewish-owned business, and they're chanting that you're responsible for genocide. Again, I think they just sell sandwiches.
We charge you with genocide!
Again, this shit pisses me off so much to see it, because it's like your side does the same stuff, maybe not to the same extent. Maybe you don't put up the same numbers. Call me crazy, but when it comes to just senselessly murdering innocent people, it's not a really who does it more thing. If you both do it, I'm kind of, right there. And every time I see this, it's all I want. We charge you with genocide. So I just be like, hey, Hamas and Palestine, you've been committing genocide. Just get a bullhorn and just, again, there's no good side.
Goldie, you can't hide! We charge you with genocide!
We are Muslims. We have pride. You don't believe in our God, so you're gonna die. Oh, that's right. You guys aren't supposed to say that one out in public. That's just the one you keep to yourselves. Right. Again, you're charging him with genocide. The guy serves cold cuts and fucking sandwiches. What is he supposed to do? Mr. Q, just shaking bum in your face. That is what happened. LMAO, yes, my money is on Johnny's cat. My cat would murder that dog. Hands down. And again, the dog is too small for my cat. Alucard would look at it. He'd be like, look, I'm sorry, but I can't this, okay? I have shits bigger than this dog. I can't this. He's used to taking down bigger targets. He's what you... Look, I'm not trying to talk bad about my cat, but he likes them thick, all right? My cat likes that BBW dog. You know what I'm talking about? Big... Well, actually, I guess BBD. Big bodied dog. Oh.
So Goldie, you can't hide! We charge you with genocide!
You ordered... Oh, wait, shit. You ordered cold cuts and some fries. You owe me $19.95. Like, I mean, anyone can do it. That's a nice, simple beat. I appreciate that, and we can make it work for everybody. Both say they're the one true God. Again, we don't even need to get into that. They both say they're the victims. They both say they're the victims, and there are no innocent victims in this. Israel, whether by direct violence or subversion, kind of keeps muscling out the Palestinians. The Palestinians then support Hamas. Hamas takes an aggressive stance, behaves aggressively, and then the Palestinians get slapped for Hamas's actions. And the whole time going, oh, we're just poor victims. Like I said, you don't get a winner there. There's no there. So I have yet to hear how they supported genocide. It's a really catchy slogan, but what is the Jewish-owned falafel outlet in Center City, Philadelphia, named Goldie, experienced a harrowing incident on Sunday. A group gathered outside the establishment, largely chanting accusations against the restaurant, elevating tensions in the community. This event has elicited strong reactions from both Pennsylvania's governor and other political figures. Protesters in Philadelphia, blah, blah, blah. So tonight in Philly, we saw a blatant act of anti-Semitism, not a peaceful protest. The restaurant was targeted and mobbed because its owner is Jewish and Israeli. This hate and bigotry is reminiscent of a dark time in history. Oh, yeah, election season. You guys get awful dickish around then. Alrighty. Oh, wait, did we load that story twice? Yep, we did. All right. So we have an hour and a half left in the show, and I might not be able to make it. Whew. Burnt out. We got an hour and a half. We got an hour and a half left to go. We can do this. MSNBC, Global Health, arrested, deep dive, deaths specific. What is this? This is from the Daily Express. I don't know anything about the Daily Express. Not a fan of the Microsoft Bing engine, but let's see where this is. Statistician arrested after deep dive into deaths after specific COVID vaccine batches. A statistician has been arrested in New Zealand for allegedly leaking health data connected to the rollout of the coronavirus vaccination. Barry Young, a former employee of New Zealand's government health agency Te Wateo Ora, is accused of unauthorized disclosure and misuse of data. The 56-year-old is alleged to have uploaded the leaked information online, claiming to have uncovered ties between specific coronavirus vaccine batches and high mortality rates. His claims have been debunked by data experts who say Mr. Young did not properly adjust the data set to account for age. Yeah, that sounds interesting. If anyone really wants to look into that, they can. I'll tell you right now, I don't know if I've got the wherewithal to chew through that. That seems like a heavy story. Protests in front of government buildings. Fuck secluding people. Shielded. Shitted yourself again? Who shitted yourself? You talk about me? I didn't. Lay down, bro, says Magnum DUI. Yeah, we're gonna keep going. I don't know if I can keep going or not. We'll see if we can. We'll see how much we can do. We've got a couple of other stories to get into. We'll see how far we can go. I've gotten this far. I can go a little farther. We can go a little farther, and I'll go upstairs and pass out on the couch, and my daughter will use me like a beanbag chair until dinner, and then I'll come down here and fall asleep. 2 hours is like a Hollywood movie. Still good time if you decide to call it. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to hang in as long as we can. We're going to see where it lands. We've got a fully funded day already. We don't have to worry about it. We're going to keep this thing going. Why aren't these people at Kissinger's funeral yelling about the genocide? Because they're a little too preoccupied blaming a sandwich shop. Oh, righty. And like I said, that's where there's no winners in this. No winners at all. Because you can't defend either side. And there's victims on both. Lucky little girl to have such a good daddy. I don't know about that. I'm just, what's the word? Fat. So I'm comfortable. That's about it. And, I try to do the best I can to make up for the misgivings of my own childhood and not perpetuate them. Alrighty, so we were going to talk earlier about the global warming summit that was happening in Dubai, and people talking, an actual sultan leading the push to get off of oil and stuff, talking about how there's no actual evidence to correlate rising temperatures with petroleum usage, and ending petroleum usage has no current evidence to support that it'll have any effect on the rising temperature situation. However, while all of that was happening, there were a whole bunch of people who wanted to go to this thing and be a part of it, and they were going to hop on their private jets and fly on down because, again, global warming's really, really bad, and we have to control our carbon footprint. Private jets. But Mother Nature, in a hilarious twist, pulled a total fuck you on them and left this beautiful scene for all of us to enjoy. Here we go. That is a plane that has so much snow and ice on the back tail that it is literally lifting the nose in the air. It is practically taking a shit on the runway. Oh. Riding Dirty Llama. What the fuck? What the fuck? It's 15. This is 14 seconds of a 25-second clip. So forgive me. I'll rewind it again so we can appreciate the wind-up. Again, airplane runway, keeping it clear, trying to make it safe for all the planes that need to land. Because, again, what goes up must come down. Well, apparently, once some things come down, they got to lean back. It's beautiful. Remember, and one of the big things they wanted to talk about at this global warming summit was this concept and this new hot button term they've used called global boiling, where the water temperatures and the sea level have been rising, which is really weird to me because you would think if all the water temperatures and the sea level are rising, then all of the ice would be melting and we'd be having this. What if it goes up? If it goes up, what? A black hole or a brown starfish? No. Whack and cough. It's whack and cough. Get it? I like the name.
Party 5000.
Holy shit, David Chandler getting in here. Party 5000. Hey, David Chandler, good to see you. You know what? After the 5,000 bits, just because I hear David Chandler's a masochist, we got to try and go for that hour and a half. We got to make it happen. Riding Dirty Llama saying hello to David Chandler. Hey, David Chandler, good to see you. We're going to rock this show all the way till 5:30. That plane was like this crap. No. That plane was literally in the words of that plane. Nope, wrong one.
Boy, and I can't think right now for the poop. I'm holding it to my butthole right now.
Small Egg Picker saying hi, David. Yes, hello, David. Big supporter of the show. Awesome fellow, and someone who helps keep us going. David Chandler.
You'd all be dead now if it wasn't my David.
All righty. God almighty, that plane is dead. My God, that plane is torn in half. He had a family. All righty. Science is settled. I don't know about the science being settled, but again, this idea that it's so super stupid warm that all of these temperatures are rising, but sudden freak snowstorm over here. And now I don't know if you understand how the world works, but one place might be colder, one place might be hotter, but if one is much colder than it usually is and one is much hotter than it usually is, overall there's going to be a general, and I hate to use this term, equity of temperature as that diffuses. And those high and low.
Guess what?
Yeah, fuck.
I got a fever.
50 fucking subs.
And the only
Jesus
prescription is more cowbell.
I can't even read all of those names, so I'm just gonna roll on cowbell, like my life depended on it. Where are we at? Rolling on cowbell. Huge support from David Chandler. Gotta get to ringing for that. Indeed, sir. By request, David Chandler's cowbell. And Saint Caesar, don't you dare clip this for some sort of DSP moment. Look, he's jerking off to a snow scene. You can't tell because of all the white. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is a cowbell thing because I have to. And we're going long for the 50. Guess who's not jerking off tonight? Oh, lab glass. Fuck you, David. Oh, I mean, hello. Jolly Green Dickhead saying every time Johnny rings the bell, an angel gets its wings. Well, indeed, thank you. Right and Dirty Llama saying F8. Yes, I think David works for the IRS. He gifts to streamers to see if they properly report their income. Oh, I totally do, because I literally was still paying the IRS literally like a week ago. They were all up on my ass for missing like $19.04. Just fucking crazy. Alrighty, so thank you, LabGlass, for the 125 bits. Thank you for the 50 subs. LabGlass now with stickers. Let's make sure we know where the sticker party's at so I don't miss that. Party on, party on. Holy Jesus, 80 bits away. We're going to leave that up. If you've never done it, sticker parties, quick breakdown on the way those work. That icon at the top of the screen, it's kind of over there on the side of the screen where the chat window is. You can click on that to do stickers. Stickers cost bits normally. Sticker parties are free. You go nuts while the confetti falls from the screen and we listen to weird techno music. Let's skip this. We've done this story. We've seen the plane. We've had our laughs. And it sounds like a sticker party might not be far away. So let's get over. Do we have anything else to cover? Oh, wait. Nope. Travel chaos worldwide as heavy snow blankets European cities to Hawaiian peaks. Oh, we've got another video. Let's go to this one. 50 bits away from that sticker party. That could be happening at any minute.
Fuck
or
off.
now.
Merry Christmas, little fella. We know that you're in there and that you're all alone.
Yeah, come on, kid, open up.
This music
Santa
is
Claus.
creepy.
It's Elf.
Do you guys realize, like, Twitch, you really make that sound like a home invasion in process.
I'm gonna give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly, yellow, no good keister off my property before I pump your guts full of lead. 1, 2, 10.
All right, there is a croissant dancing over my face, so you can't tell how utterly weirded out I am right now. Like, I'm not kidding. This music is making me uncomfortable, and I can't even show you my emotions because I'm being berated by twerkies and Tommy guns and now fucking drumsticks. Is this world real? We're really close to 420. I think we had a hype train earlier, so we can't do one now, but David Chandler owns OnlyFans. Maybe he does. The music just ended, so that means the sticker party's done. The confetti has stopped falling. And there's our new sticker. Holy fucking eggplants. That's weirding me the hell out. Jesus Christ. Again, we were just watching, this freak snowstorm in, God, I don't even know where. But, yeah, guys, global boiling is a thing. And don't worry, it's just warmer everywhere. Pay no attention to this white fluffy stuff. It's cotton.
Guess what?
Lab glass.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Lab glass getting in it with a gifted sub to our friend Whack and Cough. Thank you, Lab glass. I was about to say David. Thank you, Lab glass, for gifting to Whack and Cough. Let's roll on cowbell for Lab glass. Little cowbell for Lab glass. Hey-o! Angry Saxon, where's the hype train? We had one earlier, and it might not have cooled down yet, so it might be off. Why isn't Chandler a mod at this point, Johnny? He owns it. You know what? You've made an excellent point. I have, as you said it, and I read it. I thought to myself, what a wonderful idea. Let's do that. Let's do this, and do I got to do it from my thing? Do I got to do it from my thing? I apparently do. Boopity boop. I apologize. Well, we saw this asshole walking down the street.
Guess what? I got a fever.
All right, let's go to Twitch.
And the only prescription is more cowbell.
David Chandler gifting a sub. Let's get to David Chandler. No, I don't want to. There we are. Mod David Chandler. And you've been modded. Oh, wait. No, it's harder to gift as a mod. All right. Well, never mind. David Chandler gets what he wants. He doesn't want to be a mod, then he's not a mod. Then he's not a mod. But he's a mod at heart. He's a mod at heart. I'll have to work on some VIP badges and stuff for everybody that's been contributing so much to this show. I've been falling behind on that, and I apologize. So the massive snowstorm Again, blow it out your ass. And there we go. We're done with that. We have about an hour left in the program. Let's grab our third hour stories. Finally through all of those. Are we? Because I didn't do this one. We missed this one and then whatever that is. All right, so now I got to pull this up. What is it? We missed these two. So what is this one? Yep, we're going to watch that.
Fuck off.
Nope. And we're going to talk about this one. So you guys remember the Tesla? You know what? In fact, let's not ask if you remember. Let's show you exactly what we're talking about. Go back. YouTube. Thank you for that. Tesla Cybertruck. Should be up there. Here we go. That one's good. Nope. Here we go. Let's go with this one, I guess.
Franz, could you try to break this glass, please? Yeah. Sure? Yeah. Oh my fucking God. Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
Should we try the beer?
Sorry? Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
It didn't go through. So that's a plus side.
Let's try the
Right?
right.
Try that one? Really? Okay. Sure.
Oh, man.
It didn't go through. All right.
So that is the meme moment that happened a long time ago with our good buddy Elon Musk. And let's close this down. Riding Dirty Llama, holy shit. DC, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Indeed, thank you, David Chandler, for all the support you do on this program. Send David naked pics of kitty toe beans. It's weird. David can just tell me who to ban. Yeah, I feel like David's got a fair amount. It's an extra step when you're a mod. Fair enough. And I appreciate that LabGlass continues to go through that extra step, supporting the program while we do that. We're having a banger of a time. We've got about 45 minutes or so left in the program. Nope, not an hour. We got an hour. Do math better. An hour and 15. God, I really suck at math. It is getting worse. Alrighty, so yes, there's that. Now let's get to that. That was the embarrassing part. Now my favorite thing is, and I don't know how Elon Musk feels about this, but the Tesla truck, the Tesla Cybertruck is still coming out. And that little incident that happened back in 2019 has given rise to something people can now buy. And this is, in my opinion, this is what makes the Tesla truck kind of cool if you're someone who's going to get it. If you embrace this bullshit, I kind of got to, I got to give it to you. The Oh My Effing God sticker. For $55, you can put a sticker on your vehicle that makes it look like that it got its window beat out, just like the actual one. Oh my effing God. Inspired by the Cybertruck unveil event, this limited edition window decal celebrates the moment that made us go, oh my fucking God. Oh, wait a minute. And it's out of stock. It's already out of stock. Nice. So is this being sold by Tesla themselves? Alrighty, so let's get back to this. Oh my fucking God, said Musk at the memorably awkward moment. Well, maybe that was a little too hard. Following Thursday's Cybertruck delivery event, Tesla decided to cash in on the embarrassment. God dang it, that's why I like this. He is cashing it on. You're going to make gangbusters of money, and you're taking the piss out of yourself. You had to eat your dick on live TV with your windows busting, and you're going to make $55 a pop. 50, and they're fucking out of stock. Which means every person who has a Tesla probably has one of these stickers, and some people, myself included, are considering getting the sticker just for shits and giggles. I don't think it would work on my car, but that doesn't mean I can't put it on a window or some shit. That's just hilarious. Oh my God. The $55 sticker goes on the back seat window on the driver's side, not the front driver's side window that also cracked in real life. The rear side window is, however, a window the driver won't look through, so covering it with a big sticker won't cause any safety issues. Von Holzhausen, Jesus Christ, these are weird names. Von Holzhausen repeated to demonstrate at Thursday night's Cybertruck delivery event with what looked like a baseball. The windows did not crack. His timid throw this time, however, would probably not have made it to home plate in an actual baseball situation. The sticker is among a menu of Cybertruck accessories listed on the Tesla website, including a tailgate ramp, cargo rails, and a $3,000 tent that integrates with the truck bed. Prices for the truck itself start at about $61,000 for a two-wheel drive version and up to more than $100,000 a four-wheel drive high-performance model called the Cyber Beast. Why can't we call it the Star Fox? Because it really looks like it belongs there. I have a Smith & Wesson sticker. Does that count? Well, I just meant in general, this sticker is, again, it's out of stock. I don't know if that's a marketing ploy. Let's put the chat box back up and go back over here. I don't know if that's a marketing ploy, but it's out of stock. People apparently really want this. And I have to say, if you're willing to laugh at yourself for this moment, then I got to give it to you. I would buy the sticker and put it in someone else's Tesla. Oh, that's devious. That's devious. Screaming Firehawks, says David Chandler. Nintendo probably owns the copyrights to Star Fox. You're right. You're right. Screaming Firehawk would work better. We should go with that one. All right, let's jump back here. We have about an hour left in the program. The stickers for the Tesla vehicle. Again, surprised that it's actually happening. Most automotive dealers, they wouldn't have the balls to laugh at themselves. They wouldn't take the piss out. He's gonna do it and make a buck. You know what? Sometimes I actually really like the shit he does. It's like it's funny. Speaking of something funny, or at least this isn't funny, this is more cringe. Once again, we live in a world where people have to make fucking prank videos and do stupid shit for internet fame. And some ideas are just dumb, and maybe it's me, but let's watch this and you guys be the judge. Is this funny or stupidly cringe? And I kind of already tipped my hat in what way I'm leaning, but let's let you decide. Here we go.
Go! Why is this? Get out!
Do you guys buy gaming consoles here?
Yeah. All right, so that was the end of it. So he walked up. They clipped it to show you the end. See how outrageous he is? See how crazy it gets? I can't wait to see where this started. Let's see where this started. And before we do, though, because he's so supportive and everyone's getting in their gratitude, B. Kirsch saying, thanks for the gifted sub, David Chandler. Again, thank you for supporting the show. Huge supporter of our program. Where is your sound drop that I have? Oh, that's right. They're over here.
You'd all be dead now if it wasn't my David.
Now let's see how this, again, he's screaming, go, get out. In fact, let's go down and back up.
Go! Why is this? Get out!
Do you guys buy gaming consoles here?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this is one of those, like, virtual reality ones. I have the controller, too, as well. Goes with this. It vibrates, I think.
There's nothing I can do for you.
Again, is this funny or cringy? This, like, and if people don't realize this, they hate it at GameStop where the whole, like, you come in to sell the stuff. They want to sell stuff. They don't want to buy your old electronics. Cringe as fuck, says Small Picker. Yeah, and I'm going to go down and back up, and we're not going to pause it again. But again, I had to pause it on this because this isn't even creative, and I'm sorry, the Xbox 360 isn't that old. I actually still have one. And I don't play it or anything, but no, it's not that old. This is a virtual reality console. There's not even any creativity here. Just a fucking douche canoe.
Wow!
She's hot, by the way.
Get out!
Do you guys buy gaming consoles here?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this is one of those like virtual reality ones. I have the controller too as well. Goes with this. It vibrates, I think.
There's nothing I can do for you. Because this ain't nothing but a 360. This ain't nothing but a Logitech steering wheel. And you got this glued to this is just make this trash. Just like that controller's trash.
You're insulting my items here?
I've remained as calm as I could, and I'm probably about to reach my peak.
I'm offended, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
And I'm getting pissed.
Oh, really, bro? You denounced my company. You could have said, no, I don't want that.
To insult my intelligence.
How? How?
You rigged up a 360, glued a steering wheel on top of it, calling it a virtual reality set? Get the hell out of my store. Get out! What? Go! Why is this Get out!
I'm sorry, bro. How about that? I'm sorry.
Too late for that.
What?
Too late for that. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Oh, man. So this brother knows his shit. Dude, he's working at a GameStop. And like I said, it's a virtual reality console. Virtual reality console. So it's cutting edge technology, kind of top of the line sort of thing. That's something you would recognize. You don't pull something that the guy at the store has never seen or heard of before unless it's legit. Like, that is clearly a PlayStation. Yeah, no, the controller he had was one of those, what is it, PlayStation Motion or whatever. And the rest of it, again, was crap. And then when he starts, the problem I have, you get caught in this thing. It's a stupid bit. Give up. Go home. Don't keep pumping it. But it's go. And a part that I love this is that he just keeps saying, what's wrong, bro? Like, I've been about as nice as I'm going to be, and my patience is worn. I don't know if you know this, but when someone has earlobes down to their shoulders, I don't care what race they are. You don't trust that person to be patient. That person's going to fuck you. The dildo is just a dildo. I thought that was a PlayStation controller. No, it looked like one of the Wii Motion, or not Wii Motion, it looked like one of the PlayStation Motion baton things. I have no goddamn idea. I've come across people at GameStop that don't know shit, but were working there by themselves. That's called low-end employees and not enough money to go around. Alrighty. But yeah, so that's that bit. We have an hour left in the program. We have 1 hour's worth of stories left to load up. Let's clear out the second hour stuff. All right, so one of my third hour stories was apparently one that I've already loaded and talked about. Apparently, I was going to talk about the protest with the Palestinians a second time. All right, sleep deprivation. Alrighty, so our second story that we're going to talk about in our third hour. There are some more terrorist attacks that happened over the weekend. Not a lot of coverage getting to them because, well, you'll find out why in a moment. We also have a military missile that spent over 100 years as a garden decoration. That would be really horrible if just one day it just went off without warning. Why did my garden blow up? I have no idea. All righty. Thank you for that. We have a story about a Washington City Council candidate who did not vote and lost the election by literally one ballot. We might even get to that one first just because of the humor in it for me. And then one of the last things we have, if we get through these, we do have plenty of overtime content to get us all the way till 5:30. Who was this candidate? We'll get into that in just a minute. Uncle Meatfarts? I feel like it's Uncle Meatfarts, but Meatfarts. Uncle Meatfarts. Alrighty, so let's get into that story. Let's load up this last one. Boom. There we go. Oh, God. Packers fans trolling Taylor Swift at Lambeau Field. I love that one, too. I'm not a big fan of Packers fans, but the the Packers fans trolling Taylor Swift. It's just funny. It's just funny. It's just goddamn gold. Damian Green ran for Rainier City Council, but he said he didn't cast the ballot. Are you spoiling my story? Meat Fuzz, says Master Meatball with a question mark. Maybe. Uncle Meat Fuzz? That could be it. That could be it. But at any rate, let's get into that. We did the GameStop one. We won't do the military one yet. Washington City Council. Let's get into this. A Washington man who thought it would be kind of narcissistic to vote for himself ended up losing a city council petition by 1 vote. And he's right. Damian Greer ran for Rainier City Council, but he said he didn't cast the ballot in the November 7th election. I didn't feel comfortable. Oh, wait, he told KNG-TV? All righty. Let's go to this video.
Council race in Thurston County decided by just 1 vote, and a recount today confirmed that. Ryan Roth won the Rainier City Council position number 2 race with 247 votes, one more than his opponent's 246. Thurston County Bureau Chief Drew Mickelson was there as the candidates learned how every single vote counts.
A pile for the first candidate, pile for the second candidate.
When the 555 ballots were submitted,
So we're looking at the ballots individually.
the tabulation machines called the race as close as possible.
The difference between the two candidates.
So if he voted for himself, it would have just been a dead tie.
Is 1 vote.
So state law requires a hand recount. 3 paid county elections employees have to go through every single ballot. It's a process that's open to the public.
Yeah, and good luck. Thank you.
But the only person who came to watch, the winner of the first count, Ryan Roth.
We're hard beating, dude. I'm ready for it. I'm Ryan Roth. I'm running for city councilman, number 2 position here in town of Rainier.
It's Roth's first political race. City council position number 2 in Rainier, Washington, a small town on the east side of Thurston County. Only 1/3 of the voters here submitted ballots.
I started off 30 ahead, then I was 20 ahead, then I was 10 behind.
Watching the results has been stressful, especially since candidate Roth almost did not vote in his own election.
I was like, it's 1 vote, you know, if it's gonna, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I'm not like super worried about it, but my wife was pushing it, so.
I'm a busy man. Opponent Damian Green had to work at Premier Collision while the recount was going on.
If the Lord wants me to have it, I'll have it.
That was his philosophy during the campaign, too. He worked to convince voters, but did not vote in his own race.
I didn't feel comfortable voting for myself. I thought it was kind of narcissistic.
If you don't believe in you, why should the rest of us? Just saying. No offense, this is the kind of person we need in government, but that exact mentality is why they'd never let you in.
So I didn't.
His 1 vote would have made a difference.
We have no changes to the results.
The final tally, Roth 247, Green 246.
It looks like Mr. Roth unofficially is leading, and so it become official this afternoon at 4 o'clock during our canvassing board meeting.
Awesome. Thank you guys for your time. Appreciate it. So what do you think? Yeah, dude, that's awesome. No.
I'm going to fuck so much shit up, guys. I can't wait to hear my thoughts about, unhoused people and how great it'll be if we started taking all your money to give to those illegal immigrants coming to the country. I actually have no idea about his political. Again, I don't trust anyone that's this giggly and giddy about his city council position. He looks and copes like Melton. The other guy, I'll be honest. I've made jokes with Aaron about Melton. I don't actually watch Patrick Melton. I've only seen the comedy video that we watched the one time. Yeah. Oh, I missed this from Rumble earlier talking about the 360. Chevy JB saying, my 360 is in the camper. I use it all the time. Dude, my 360 still kicks ass, and all of my 360 games play just fine on my 360. I play those games very bigly. Alrighty, so this guy looks like that guy used to do a cooking show on YouTube called Cooking with Jack, I believe. The big bearded guy. I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna have a nice steak dinner.
Councilman-elect Roth says he is grateful his wife made him vote. Candidate Green
Panty waste son of a bitch.
Says he has no regrets about not voting in this race. The last time there was a tie in a Thurston County election, it was decided by a coin toss. In Olympia, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.
You know, democracy. Now, I normally don't just play videos that come up after watching a video about a story, but Tony Wiggins at Shop Talkin' Wig. What the fuck? Locked on. All right, it's a football thing. I don't need to do that. Just is a very interesting looking fellow. And sometimes when you see those, you're like, I wonder where that goes. But we have an hour left in the show, and I'm doing what I can to finish it. I would buy the sticker and put it. Oh, we already covered that one. All righty. That a big, wide microphone, though. Yeah, it is. You can play some of those 360 games on the Series X through backwards compatibility at 4K 60 FPS. Red Dead Redemption runs at 4K 60 FPS on the Series X. Yeah, a lot of games do run, but again, you can run everything on the Xbox, which is why I say the 360 is still, like, it's not useful. They don't make new stuff for it, but if you have one, it's not junk. I mean, it could still work. All right, so that was the city council one. We got that done. And we have the Packers fans trolling Taylor Swift. We've got a scene of a crash that I wanted to cover, and I might save the military missiles spent for tomorrow. I'm going to be honest, I'm really having trouble holding this one together. The 2 terror attacks thing, that's not any fun. We'll save that for tomorrow. Let's do the videos and maybe one of our other videos, and I might have to, unfortunately, like, take a little bit of a breather. It's getting real tricky. Alrighty, so moving right along. People driving on a highway in Ohio. And a crash covers it in chocolate and caramel. Now, a lot of people might think crash, chocolate, and caramel sounds delicious. I'm sorry, I'm losing my fucking walking now. I better just go to this. Let's go to the video. Boop, boop, boopity, boop. Oh, nope, the audio is not down. So we have nothing. We have nothing, just still pictures. Still pictures of a crash. Where is our chocolatey goodness? This is an hour and 30? All right, there's traffic lights. There's a lot of traffic being redirected. This is a bust. All right, I was promised footage of a traffic collision of chocolate and caramel where we could make jokes about candy and fat people being flocking to the road to help with the cleanup. But I guess not. They made a Rolo. Ha, they made a rollover. Ha ha. We'll have to read it. I thought you guys had video on this. I hate when I check that and I just don't look enough. You know what it is? Didn't get enough sleep. A stretch of highway in Ohio was closed Thursday morning when a crash involving 2 semi-trucks covered the roadway in boxes of chocolate and caramel. The Ohio Department of Transportation said the 2 trucks collided at about 6 a.m. Thursday on the westbound Interstate 90 in Lake Country. One of the trucks spilled its load of chocolate and caramel candy into the roadway, prompting officials to direct traffic.
Cheer 100 a car Amello crash.
Off of the highway. Thank you, Lab Glass, for the 100 bits. A caramello crash. A caramello crash. I get it. Funny. Alrighty. One of the trucks. No injuries were reported. Concord fire crews were summoned. All right, great. Why were fire crews summoned? If you've got a fire, then get some marshmallows. You got caramel covered s'more time. You know what that is? That's a goddamn treat. That's what that is. You got something special. Don't let it go. Alrighty, so back. What did I miss? Says Mikey Two Milks. We talked very briefly, momentarily, about an incredibly weird accident that happened. What was it? In North Carolina, Ohio, not North Carolina. A truck carrying caramel and chocolate crashed on an Ohio highway, spilling delicious caramel and chocolatey goodness all over the road. You know what? Sometimes you got to take the highway. Would have been safer maybe if he took the Milky Way. I'm very happy with them. I'm sorry, the Milky Way one. I enjoyed that. All righty, so let's get over to this video. We've got about 45 minutes left in the show. We're gonna see if we can hold down the fort to finish the whole thing, because we're so damn close now. There's no point quitting. So thank you for holding in with us. Let's get over to this next story. In fact, since we're going to try and hold out, let's get over to this one first. I don't know what it's like to have a bomb squad called to your house, but having them called for a decoration, I guess that'd be kind of weird. A bomb squad was called to a home in Wales when a decoration that adorned the garden from over a century was identified as a 19th century military bomb. Jeffrey Edwards, 77, who has lived at the house in Milford Haven, Pembrokeshire, for 41 years, since the previous owners of the house, the Morris family, told him the object had been in the yard for decades. Yeah, it's been there since the Blitz. Thank you, St. Caesar. All right, Jeffrey Edwards, 77, has lived for 41 years. Well, Pop Morris, who went around delivering lemonade, was going down to Broadhaven with his horse and cart and found the shell, Edwards told the BBC. He struggled back up the beach with it and put it in the back of his cart and had a very bouncy 7-mile ride back home. He plonked it upright in the front courtyard, and that's where it remained. The object was long thought to be an inert military missile from the 19th century, but police officers told Edward and his wife, Sian, last week that the Ministry of Defense needed to inspect the bomb. A bomb squad visited the home and determined the bomb was live, but had a very small charge, and it was taken to an old quarry and detonated. It was an old friend. I'm so sorry that the poor old thing was blown to pieces, Edwards said. Edwards said officials told him the missile came from a British warship and dates from between 1880 to 1890. The Ministry of Defense confirmed that the 64-pound naval projectile was destroyed by specialists. So I was hoping it was like a World War II bomb. This is even older than that. Now I wish we had at least had a picture of it. They took our bomb. That lights my fuse. Or they took his bomb. That lights my fuse. No, they aborted it. It was live. It was alive, right? It was just a proud, free-floating, free-being bomb. Just waiting to blow. All right, so we're going to cover this quick. It's not as sexy as some other stories that we might cover, but it did happen. So this is going around in the world. Apparently, and you might not have heard about these, but in Paris, the person who killed people at the Eiffel Tower was a member of ISIS. So somebody at the Eiffel was at the Eiffel Tower. A man armed with a knife and a hammer killed a German tourist and left 2 people, including a British man, wounded near the Eiffel Tower in Paris late on Saturday in what President Emmanuel Macron called a terrorist attack. The 26-year-old suspect, a French national, arrested after the attack, had pledged allegiance to Islamic State in a video recorded beforehand. Anti-terrorism prosecutor Jean-Francois Ricard, said on Sunday. The suspect had told police he was angry about the situation in Gaza and that the fact that so many Muslims are dying in Afghanistan and Palestine. I'm just so upset that so many Muslims are dying. I mean, they're killing plenty of other people, my case in point. But no offense, man. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but if we kill all of the Muslims in those areas, it's not like they're all gone. And they're also murdering a lot of Jewish people. Like I said, no good people here. The suspect had, in 2016, been sentenced to 4 years in prison for planning another attack on the French Security Service's watch list. Dermain said he was also known for having psychiatric disorders. So he's nuts. A powerful explosion, believed caused by a bomb, ripped through a Catholic mass and killed at least 4 people and wounded a dozen others Sunday in a predominantly Muslim city in the southern Philippines, officials said. The morning mass was underway in a gymnasium at the state-run Mindanao State University in Marwai City when the explosion happened, causing panic among dozens of students and teachers and leaving the victims bloodied and sprawled on the ground, said Taha Mandangan. Taha Mandangan, the security chief of the state-run campus. At least 2 of the wounded were fighting for their lives, Mandangan said. And Mandangan don't fuck around. Regional Military Commander Major General Gabriel Viray III said at least 4 people were killed in the explosion, including 3 women and 50 others who were brought to 2 hospitals for treatment for mostly minor injuries. A predominantly Muslim city. So we don't know who did that attack. And then we have this one. A potential third attack was foiled in Germany last week, which aimed to attack a Christmas event. Definitely don't notice any patterns. Let's see what the Twitter thing is on this. So it's just a bunch of chaos. Do we have any actual facts? Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. At least 3 children have been injured in what is described as a suspect stabbing incident near a school in Dublin. Oh, we covered that the other day. And that was, again, some immigrant doing that. No chat on the screen. Oh, that's right. The chat box has been off. I'm sorry. We put the chat box back on. It's all back, Saint Caesar. Chat back up? Nope, not yet. Fuck yeah. Graham cracker and marshmallow truck needed. Indeed. But it was, again, really, really surprising that this happened in 3 places, and there are not a lot of stories about it. You just don't hear about it a lot. It's really, really weird. Kind of like they don't want you hearing about these attacks because you might feel like, hey, how about just letting people from other countries come in here without any sort of background check or anything like that? Maybe not the best idea, because some of them might be completely effing nuts. I'm just saying, some of them might be. Maybe we should weed those ones out. All right, so we've got, again, 45 minutes left in the program. And this next video probably isn't going to be that long. So I'm going to hit play and get over the ad first. And once we get through that, come on. Here we go. We got Taylor Swift walking into the game with Lambeau Field, Packers fans. Here comes old Swifty.
I'll send someone down for you.
I thought they were trolling her. All right, so this is not at all what the story says. Packers fans troll Taylor Swift. Green Bay Packers fans came to Lambeau Field with some creative signs. Oh, they're just signs. Oh, that one blew one out of me. Oh, I might not be able to do the overtime thing. We might have to break it up into bits and put it out all over the week or add it. I am literally feeling like I'm about to pass out. I don't think I can keep pushing. We're coming up against it, and I kind of wanted to go. But now that this bailed out on us, I thought there was a video, but I guess I don't know why Travis plays here. When will you? Oh, F you, Taylor Swift fans. Yeah. So yeah, I'm actually feeling a little bad about it. And I'll have to move the time over. Small League Picker saying, are we raiding Lemmy? I'll tell you what, since we're going to have to bail out, we can absolutely raid little Lemmy. I feel you, Johnny. I hear you, Johnny. I feel like I'm going to puke. I mean, I wouldn't have put it that way, but I definitely could use a little bit of a reprieve. Raid. And then let's space little, and then LIMM or LE. I can't type anymore. EMMI. Is that it? Raiding Lemmy. Boom. I think I got it right. I really hope so. Yeah, that's her picture. All right, so thank you very much for being part of our program. Raid Lemmy, tell her I say hello, throw her some bits, some subs, all that awesome stuff. We'll be back tomorrow on the Steel Toe Show, and then back here tomorrow. You guys have been awesome. We're Johnny, you're an audience, and I think I'm going to pass out. Till tomorrow. And now, let's do this. And to the rest of you, thank you for hanging in here while the stream raids out on Twitch. We'll catch the rest of you guys tomorrow as well.
Game over.
What the fucking fuck? Who the fuck this fucking? How did you so fucking fuck? Game over, man. Game over.
I'm retarded?